Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe advertising is awesome, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild web. Today, it is Friday, August 21st, 2026, in the year of our Lord, coming to you live in a living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed location hidden in the Austin, Texas hills, the unofficial home of internet entrepreneurship. We're brought to you by Slash, Rocked, Aftersell, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Tide, Trend Track, Propel, Rich Panel, Intelligence, Northbeam, and Saguno. And boy, don't forget about Postscript. We have got a jam-packed show for you today. A true classic, live selling on the homepage again, and some breadcrumbs in the comments about perhaps how they are doing so. New tool to introduce and explore here. I'm talking about the one and only District. Meta is killing manual placements. Some of us hate to see this, perhaps the P-maxification of all things. What does this mean for media buyers? And more, we're going to be talking about it. Mark Zuck is officially Lord Zuck. He has bought a castle in Ireland next to the Meta Global HQ over there. And boy, it is a sight to behold. We're going to be looking at it. ChatGPT and iMessage get more knit together so that you can manage all of those unread texts from all of your various chat groups inside of Codex and more. I don't know who asked for this, but we are going to talk about it for sure. We're going to be joined by Jamil, Bhuya, co-founder and head of growth over at Otherhalf. Here at the top of the show, Scott Hickle, co-founder and CEO of Throne Science, going to be joining us on the show today, as well as Brian Rosen, CFO over at IM8. Growing, scaling, crushing, red powder, and goodies for more. As always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, Colin Dougherty. Colin, run inside this show. Get in here. Get inside the show.
Yo, dude. The Zuck bought a castle next to me. It's crazy.
Zuck bought a castle because he wants to be next to your kindred of
That's
lore
crazy.
and heritage,
you know what's crazy?
Your bloodline.
You know what's even crazier?
What's even crazier?
I still won't get refunds. I still won't get refunds.
Well,
I live next to him.
That's a crazy thing, but we are all here still because of Lord Zuck and what he has enabled us to do. Good news for everyone here on the show. Our friend from Toronto, Canada, Toronto, one and only Jamil of Otherhalf, who is currently working on our branding right now. Ooh. It's happening. A special project. Excited. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a big reveal here on the show. We may even debut it live and have votes. I don't know. We'll see about it. The one and only Jamil Bhuya. We must welcome him inside of this show. Get inside of this show, Jamil. Get in here. Let's
go. Wow.
What's up, guys?
Jamil,
holy moly.
What's up is I feel even better now that you are inside this show. We appreciate you making the time to join us. Welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you. It is always a pleasure. I did not know we were giving away those secrets. And, now that CPMs have been going through the roof, I've decided to be a real estate agent. So, yeah, I sold the castle to Zuck.
Right.
Let's go.
All right.
That's a smart move.
All
Honestly,
right.
It's a smart move. Diversification, smart move. Smart move.
Smart move.
Got to get out of the metaverse,
Yeah, got to get out of the metaverse.
Still in there. I get it.
Jamil, you may not know, but we start every Friday with one of our most beloved segments of the week.
David.
That is the hot jobs. What's going to happen here? I've got some jobs. Colin's got some jobs. We shall present them, argue for them. You shall be said judge for who has top hot job of the week. Producer Jack, you have the overlay. I have said sound effect. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one and only Caliente, hot jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, how this works, I have prepared two of the hottest jobs of the week. Colin Dougherty has his two. We shall present our takes, our arguments. We shall rebut. And the one and only Jamil shall be judge of who has the hottest job of the week. First job here, coming out hot, shared by the one and only Greg Dalby. Okay. Do you want to work with Greg Dalby? Yeah, you do. You do. If you know ball, you want to work with Greg over at Fender, Senior Manager, E-commerce Merchandising, either Phoenix or Hollywood. Okay. You're going to have nice weather that you like. Okay. Not a lot of rain in either place, on site 4 days a week. Going to be making somewhere between 130 and 145. I would probably lean Phoenix, probably stretch that dollar a little more. Greg says this: we're looking for a senior manager, e-commerce merchandising, to run how product is presented, found, sold across our sites as a player coach, leading a small team while staying close to the work. You're going to be talking promo calendars, new launches, heat mapping, mapping, behavioral analytics, cross-sell AOV. Looking for 7+ years experience here. I will say this: the chance to get up underneath Greg Dalby, work with him. Also, Fender,
Fair.
iconic brand. If you know rock and roll, you know Fender. This is going to be a great op for somebody. Colin Dougherty, your rebuttal to this, your thoughts on this, sir?
I'm not a big guitar guy, so this just wouldn't be my vibe, honestly. I think you have to be a super passionate guitar guy, and that's just not me right now. I wish I was John Mayer, but I'm not. So
super passionate to work with Greg Dalby over at Fender. I'm blown away.
I think you also have to have a love for guitars as well. So I think this one just doesn't appeal to me because of that.
Well, it's going to appeal to somebody, and it's an incredible opportunity. Just keep this in the back of your mind, Jamil. I know you probably dig somebody who's been rocking a Fender for quite some time. Next, Colin Dougherty, yours here from what you called Kate Space this morning.
Kate Space.
Kate Space.
Just an incredible opportunity to work for an absolutely iconic brand in the most iconic city in the world, making 200 bands. Kate Spade, director of North America e-commerce, making 200 Banarooskis. You're hybrid New York City. You're in the hubbub. You're in fashion in New York City. You're going to have your own Devil Wears Prada moment, probably. You're going to go to all high fashion events. This is pretty incredible. Unfortunately, you're working on Salesforce Commerce Cloud. That's the sad part about this. Maybe you should migrate them over to something else. But other than that, exceptional, really amazing opportunity. And this is exciting.
I wanted to underline this. A lot of incredible things about this opportunity. But Jamil, Salesforce, I mean, they're looking for somebody with deep experience in Salesforce. That definitely narrows the niche. Okay, it narrows who
I'm
can come.
I'm going to migrate. Fair? I'm going to migrate day one.
No,
I'm going to migrate day one.
No, yeah. You're not.
Oh,
you don't have this position. I don't think has the leeway to say, "Hey, we're migrating tomorrow to Shopify." I mean, Jamil, is this fair? Salesforce. I mean, it's a particular crowd looking for a particular person. Fair?
It is very particular, and I'm a bit biased being a Shopify Plus agency, so this is a tricky one. Am I making the call right now, or are we still going?
No,
we'll debate.
Two more.
We'll debate. I'm just, I'm just fueling the fire here a little bit. It is a requirement that one must consider. No shade to the Salesforce crowd, but it is it lowers and constricts the niche a little bit. Next, I think you will appreciate this, Jamil. Being in the area from Toronto, Shinola, director of e-commerce, reviving Detroit, Motown, Michigan, baby, on the Great Lakes and or near the Great Lakes. Shinola came on the scene a few years ago, big fanfare, okay, creating watches, reviving Detroit, etc. Their director of e-commerce position, now available, is on site. I do not have money. I don't have numbers for you on the money. Okay. I confess, I do not have
watches
money.
Are hard. Watches are hard.
Super cool. And they're super
hard.
Cool. And I believe in the people listening to this show that you can do hard things. Tell my kids that
totally.
Every single day. Own strategy, performance, and profitability of Shinola.com. Hey, that'd be nice for the resume. I owned profitability for Shinola.com. Lead coach, develop a high-performing e-com team. Okay. I like this phraseology here. This is directly from the post. Lead the continued evolution of Shinola's Shopify platform by developing and prioritizing the e-commerce roadmap. I like this. Okay. 7+ years of progressive e-com experience. They are looking, Jamil, for deep experience managing and growing on Shopify. On Shopify, baby. And Shopify Plus. Colin Dougherty, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean they also manufacture directly in Detroit, Michigan. So I say that because your margins are going to be tight. You're dealing with U.S. manufactured. Yes, they own it vertically, but watches are hard. You have to have a cool factor about you that I think a lot of people don't have. You almost have to be an Oran John of director of e-commerce, because this is yes, it's it's a button go up to the right, but this is also a huge vibes and or content position. Because if you make Shinola uncool, it's game over for you.
I think what you meant to say with like manufacturing in the US, you said, oh, margins are tight. I think what you meant to say is that the product and the op is tight. I think that's what you meant, as in it's incredible and it's awesome. Okay, last job on the board.
Oh my gosh, let's go, baby. Remote director of digital marketing at Cole Haan, absolutely iconic brand. The ICP for Cole Haan is basically the boomers right now. So it's people with all of the money in the world, all of the disposable income. What a beautiful ICP to go after. All of the people with all of the money. I absolutely love this. 8 years experience operating in a brand. Again, you're going to be Salesforce Commerce Cloud or Shopify. And pretty excited about this one. 190 bands, remote, United States, an incredibly iconic brand as well. You could potentially have your own little Devil's Wears Prada moment for Cole Haan. Probably less likely, but still an opportunity to work within fashion. And honestly, you're going to get swagged out to the teeth in Cole Haan all the time. So it's not bad.
I do have to say, I don't know if this position is actually remote. I don't know. That may have been a mistake by me. I did create this slide. I'm just calling that out.
Remote. No,
also, Jamil, I don't know about you. I do want your take on this. When it says experience with Salesforce or Shopify, to me that says, ooh, we're not sure. Well, I mean that says a little unsurety. Is that fair thoughts here?
Yeah, I think they're looking for someone to help guide the ship, or there could be multiple. Could be multiple URLs they're dealing with. Yeah,
exactly.
This is interesting.
It's interesting. It's also, what am I getting into? What am I stepping into?
Ambiguous.
I just bring this up. It's a little ambiguous. You just gotta think about it. Bring us back here, producer Jack.
Yeah, now, it's a hard road to walk, but you're gonna be walking in some very comfortable Cole Haans for that road.
That's fair. That's good. Points for you on that.
Let's
one.
Go.
Okay,
Let's
Jamil,
go.
I appreciate it if you do a little ranking here.
Come on.
Start with number 4, work your way up, and walk us through your decision here. Our astute judge, Jamil from Otherhalf.
Oh, we're gonna go 4 backwards,
4.
eh? Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I gotta think of them again in my head. All right, I think I got it. So number 4, and deal with it here, is going to be Shinola.
Bro! Come on, bro!
Come on! Let's go.
Made in the USA.
Keep going. Come on.
As a Canadian, I take a little bit of issue with that.
Wow. I thought
you guys invited you guys invited the wrong guy for that one. Honestly, though,
I agree.
Honestly, though, watches are, I think, in this macro economy, selling watches, lifestyle, a little bit of lifestyle premium positioning. That's a tough road to climb. That's my opinion. Thinking of inflation and all those dollars and cents, and that adds up. So I see that being difficult. Number 3, I'm going to go with Kate Spade.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, baby. Tell us why.
Come on, dude. New York City. Come on, bro.
New York is great, but again, putting myself in the personal preference and hot seat, I don't see it as like the easiest brand to maybe sell. It's been around for a long time. There's retail as well. It's an omni-channel, beast. I think there's a lot of complexities there, but to echo Colin, 200 bands is 200 bands. So it was up there. But my next 2, oh my Lord, I think it's representative of how, as people get older, how they shop. They both scream nostalgia to me. And I was actually struggling with how to rank these 2, but I'm going to have to come with, I think, number 2, Cole Haan. Yes!
This is crazy. This is crazy.
So,
this is
okay. You guys are gonna be like, wait, you told us this story and Cole Haan's still number 2. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm going to quote one of my favorite people in the world, my dad. He's going to be, my dad loves Cole Haan to the point where he's like, this is Cole Haan. This is great quality. And that's all he knows about Cole Haan. And I even bought him from a Saks Fifth Avenue off the discount rack, like some Cole Haan shoes like a few years ago for his birthday. So, Colin, you're probably like, what the hell's wrong with you for Cole Haan to be number 2? I know. It's because number 1, being Fender,
Oof.
my father-in-law used to be like a legit rock star. He started one of Canada's first ever punk rock bands. He was supposed to open for the Ramones back in the 70s. Wow. He loves Fender. Like to the point where I'm like, I feel as a brown kid, like being shamed by your own parents is one thing. The fact that I can't play guitar, I feel shame in front of my father-in-law. And
whoa.
He recently, like a few years ago during COVID, did like an 18 cities tour with Richie Ramone.
Crazy.
And he's like a Fender collector. So to me, I'm just like, I see the passion. They're such well-built instruments that they say if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And I've seen the passion there. It beats the high quality of Cole Haan, in my opinion.
Wow. I have to say, a very astute judgment on your side, Jamil, and I'm very happy to have the hottest job again this week. Is that 2 weeks in a row, or did I lose last week?
3 weeks in a row.
I
Guys,
have so many wins over here. It's like
all based on vibes, no technical.
It's 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, producer Jack says 3 weeks. Sometimes, like, it's hard to hear over here, guys, because I just so many W's. You know, it's just the W's.
Terrible.
I'm eating W's.
This and then like the collusion with ad versus ad. I don't even know how I've lost ad versus ad for like 2 weeks.
Well, you know, all I can say is good news is we'll do this again next week. Colin Dougherty. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, to our top stories of the day. On our way, a word from our sponsors over at Postscript. Play it for us, producer Jack. There's a reason when people make a switch from whatever SMS partner they have at Postscript, they see a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue on average. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being the top 1% account in their entire platform inside of a year. And the secret is I just did what they said. And what they are saying is that you're leaving money on the table and your customers text you back. Go get the conversation report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversation report. The good news is Postscript's AI shopper can now have one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the top stories of the day, gentlemen. I just wanted to work in that sound effect. I just wanted to try.
You love that one.
I do. I love that one. It's a great one.
It's a good one.
You know, top stories of the day here, gentlemen. Live selling on the homepage. We have another example. True Classic is back at it again. If you're not in on live selling, if you think this is a joke, it's not coming to America, which we have had very smart people say on the timeline. I present to you the evidence here. Okay, bring this tweet up for us, producer Jack. This comes to us by way of Nico Muoy. Not sure how to say his last name, but Nico has this to say, surfacing again, True Classic, just a small brand inside of our space, right? Just a startup, right? No, a darling, a dominator of commerce upon the interwebs. He has this to say, True Classics live selling on their homepage in the hero. This is the second time we have surfaced this. Has anyone tested this? Interested on how this works? Click on the image here, producer Jack. I'd like to show everybody this big image. You see what's happening here. Go to the homepage. What do you get when you get there? You get the live feed that's happening now. Now, I say this to say, you got some products here. You got comments, etc. It's obviously working well. I see on here, yeah, it looks like 84 people were watching at said time. If you've got 84 people inside of your store, inside of a retail store, do you walk away? No, you don't. You stick around because a lot of people buying things. That's what's happening on the website here. Now, in the comments, I would just like to, just pull on a little thread here. How is this happening? Because this was not happening on Whatnot or TikTok, other places. It was only happening on the website. Very interesting. Okay, in the comments, gentlemen, You scroll down here. Sawyer Covington has this to say. Go to the comments, producer Jack. Scroll down for us. Sawyer Covington has a little thread here that we can pull upon. Sawyer says, my instinct says Gary V had something to do with this. Nico says Gary does. Love live selling. Wouldn't be surprised. Just under the next comment, district. Okay. And this is an article from Business Wire. I did not know that Gary V is in on the live selling game, not just in the sense of Whatnot and other places. Click on the link here, producer Jack, for the Business Wire article. This Business Wire article says Gary Vaynerchuk and District announced strategic partnership. Okay, what is District? You may be asking. Gary V, serial entrepreneur, investor, digital marketing pioneer, and District, an AI commerce platform, today announced a strategic partnership to advance the future of online commerce. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go to the District website because what they're doing here is very interesting, gentlemen. Okay, this is not just, hey, we're going to help you go live. We're going to help you do this on Whatnot or in other places. You go to the website, district.net, producer Jack. Go to this website. What you have here is create your own online store, your own marketplace, your own live selling app, and even perhaps go live on your homepage. Cannot confirm
Oh, wow.
how True Classic is doing this, but you can create your own live shopping platform, experience, app, put it on your homepage, all of the things. We start here with you. Jamil, your thoughts on this? I'm intrigued. I think there's a lot to live selling. I'm also intrigued with District and being able to create this for oneself and one's own brands. Your thought on this?
I think it's always better to own your audience rather than rent it off another platform. So the fact that you can have this on your homepage, I think that's incredible. I think also, just being mindful of someone like True Classic, they don't need to convince people of what they're selling. So it would be interesting to see where placement affects how live selling does, but it also makes sense that it's right there in the hero. But like live selling is huge in other parts of the world. So it's about time that it starts hitting here, and it's about time you own the full funnel and the full stack.
I think it's fascinating, the tools that are popping up here, and we have surfaced a few others, but I find this fascinating that now you can own the live selling experience. It doesn't have to be on rented property. If you've got enough visitors, enough war chest of ad spend, enough momentum that people are coming, why not test drive on the homepage when people click on that frickin' button? Talk about a buy now experience. You get on the homepage, and instead of just the usual, meander through, scroll down, you've got a person there who's live selling, doing it QVC, Billy Mays style. You see people in the comments, all that. To me, that's electrifying. I'd actually be really interested to talk with the folks over at True Classic and see how this is going for them. Colin Dougherty, your thoughts on this?
I absolutely love this. I think one of the big things here is you can't ignore anything True Classic is doing because they're just so unbelievable at operating. That's my first thought with this. The second thought here too is I would imagine there's a layer onto this of this is incredible social proof for the homepage. So when you go onto the homepage now, there's actually a real person live selling. And so there's this endearment to the brand where you could potentially have reoccurring characters on certain days of the week. So like it's Morgan on Monday, or like it's Chase on Tuesday, or it's like these people, and they're going to be talking about specific things and almost making like a live schedule for the brand of selling certain items to get people excited and coming back into the actual homepage. The third piece of this that I think is like not talked about enough, that is like kind of it's a little gem that kind of slid through the cracks. Meta debuted and squeaked out live ads earlier this year. Like really just squeaked it out. There's an opportunity where you could basically push this feed into Meta live ads and then get like basically an insane CPM arbitrage because nobody's doing it yet.
That'd be sick. That would be sick to be able to tie together homepage live experience. That's also happening on Instagram and Facebook. and then you're running it as an ad and people click in and then they come to the homepage where said live stream is continuing. That would be a sick connection.
Well,
I would love to see that play out.
And then obviously True Classics Ads Manager has all of their data that they have for forever. So they know who to target with all of this. So
well, I think what's interesting too is like, you have these personal AI shopping assistants, but really the people on these videos, they're going to help overcome objections. And then other loyal fans that are in the feed commenting, they'll be the social proof that, maybe there'll be some spicy takes, but I think it's really like, hey, this is literally, you don't need a personal AI shopping assistant. You have someone live overcoming objections, doing demos. So I think it's really cool. Yeah.
It adds a unique combo that to our D2C ecosystem, and also a unique skill set. Most of our beloved marketers, they're part artist and part scientist. Probably lean one way or the other. Sometimes you find people who are interestingly a combination of both, but one thing a lot of them lack is the sell skills. There is a skill set to gaining somebody's attention, holding it, overcoming objections, saying what they're thinking out loud without them even saying it out loud, etc., and working through that and being able to get people across the finish line. I find this as a fascinating new skill set that marketers and operators can add to their tool set for being able to scale things up and to the right and find an advantage that their competitors or their vertical do not have. And I think this is interesting. And again, I don't know if this is district specifically who's enabling this for True Classic, but I want to see more of this. And I think the people who double down on it, like we have commented on BattleBox over on Whatnot. I remember we surfaced something like this to John Roman. He's like, what? You can do this on the homepage? Kind of crazy. I think the people who lean into it are going to have a unique advantage inside of our space. And I want to see more of it.
Media buyers better learn Galaxy speak real soon. Please, another Galaxy. Please, another Galaxy. Thank you.
I want to see the baby Billy from Righteous Gemstones. I want to see the next baby Billy.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
That's what I want to see.
That's amazing.
That would be hilarious to develop characters like that.
Yep.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Walter Goggins is. Yeah, if you can find a Walter Goggins for your live selling, you should do that.
Baby Billy.
Baby Billy.
World building. That's a world building, brand building experience. Very
don't need the metaverse.
Very interesting points for our friend Jamil. Next, gentlemen, top story of the day here: Meta killing manual placements. It is happening. More automation to come to the media buying experience. This surfaced by the one and only David Herman, who is always on point. Had this to say yesterday. Well, manual placements are going away on Meta. Surprise! Say you want to deprioritize Facebook Reels using value rules only lets you decrease bid by 90%, meaning 10% could still go there. Placement controls on account level only lets you exclude apps, sites, and marketplace, right-hand column, etc. A lot of people were talking about audience network. There is an ability to do this at an account level like he's talking about. Also had this to say on top, a little more breaking news.
Breaking news.
A thing I missed in this yesterday was the note, customize your creative for each placement in ad creative. However, in one of Meta's new ads manager flows, a client of mine has, you cannot do this, meaning you cannot differentiate said creative in different placements. See screenshot. You can only drop the same ads now. Why is this important? A lot of us actually use a static ad for feed and a similar version for Reels and video, but it's essentially the same asset. Meta, in all its incredible wisdom and discernment, has taken this feature away entirely. We start here with you, Colin Dougherty. Your thoughts on this, sir?
Not a shocker. Meta has a bad moment in 2026. Not a shocker. Seems like they don't have any good moments. This is par for the course for them. The creative is going to be the targeting. That is how they're moving forward with this. They want you to not be able to target anymore. The creative will be the targeting, and this entire thing is just going to be turned into a black box. I can promise you that. That is how they're moving with this. And you just kind of have to, yeah, you kind of have to just rock and roll with it. There's no like alternative here. This is why we say you need to diversify your spend, because you don't know how these platforms are going to change in 6 to 12 months. But you just got to kind of suck it up and take it, unfortunately.
I do think that this is the trend based on Zuck's own speaking.
Exactly.
More black boxification, more simplification in terms
Yes.
of media buying. Still a lot of credence to like actual media buyers, skilled, seasoned, being able to do things that others of us cannot. But this does seem to be the platform trend. Zuck eventually wants, was going to be Manus or whatever. He wants Meta's AI capabilities to small business owner comes. He says, "Hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is the price that I want it. Like, go find it for me. Thank you." And I walk away, and machine does said thing for me. Methinks more of this to come. Your thoughts on this, Jamil?
I think they're betting that their algorithm is better than most media buyers, most SMBs. And to Colin's point, creative is going to rule. They probably want this to, raise the bar there on the creative side. I think it's going to be interesting to see how AI creative starts to, play into this. I think it's going to be about feeding good data. I think YouTube's already starting to flag AI created, content out there. So creative will become king, but then how are they going to regulate that with all these AI automations and things like that? And I guess they want to own the data and just let us take the wheel. Our algorithms are better than what So less media buying, more creative directing. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Ooh.
This seems to be the trend.
Great take. Really good take.
And I'll say, there are a lot of heralds among us now, people producing thousands of creatives a month, either leveraging, TikTok and creators for that, or leveraging various AI tools, etc. It is what it is. And, CPMs and CAC only ever go up. I do say this, not as a purposeful lead-in, but just as a statement of fact. Our next top story here, gentlemen: Zuck buys a castle. Lord Zuck is actually Lord Zuck. He has bought a castle in Ireland, not far from the global Meta headquarters, apparently in Ireland. I did not know this beforehand. Polymarket surfaced this. Just in, Mark Zuckerberg purchases a 19th century Gothic castle in Ireland, reportedly worth up to $35 million. Good on him. Okay. I mean, not everybody can own a castle, and somebody's got to buy that thing, I suppose. TBPN had this card here. Can you bring up this next tweet, producer Jack? I love this next tweet. TBPN had this to say, Lord Zuck. Scroll down. Oh, yeah, we got to see Lord Zuck. I affectionately call him Lord Zuck. He is actually Lord Zuck in a way now, because he is an official castle owner. SMB attorney, next tweet here, producer Jack. SMB attorney has some interesting points here. I just want to mention for some context, gentlemen. Zuck bought a castle with a murder hole to complete his transition to supervillain. He's joking. Okay, he's joking. The background here is actually pretty cool. It's got a full-on medieval murder hole. Legend says the old owners invited people over for dinner, then dropped them through a secret trapdoor in the floor straight into the river, so the bodies just floated away. The original castle was built way back in the 1100s by one of the first Norman invaders of Ireland. I do think there is some history here of it being a castle many hundreds of years before, and then they built this thing in the 1800s. Sits right on a big bend of a river in the Irish countryside, kind of spot that looks like it belongs in a movie. It does. I mean, wow. Look, this thing's gorgeous, man. House standing there now is proper Gothic castle look, with towers, battlements, all the dramatic stonework from the 1800s. At one point, the estate was about 5,000 acres. Its Irish name roughly translates to Castle of the Witch's Nose, which, of course, you would know best here, Colin Dougherty, this being,
of course,
your lineage, your
my
bloodline.
Heritage. Of course, my heritage.
I have heard also that, you know, it takes about a brisk 4.5 minute walk to get from one side to the other. We start here with you, Jamil. Your thoughts on Zuck's incredible castle?
I guess he told himself, if I can't build the metaverse, I'll just buy a medieval European castle. And on my next earnings call, I'll show you our new moat.
Yeah, I like that. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I like that.
Colin, what do you think of this?
This is cool. Yeah, this is super cool. I think it's funny that like these guys are just starting to leave the crowded cities and are like, where's like the most countryside peaceful place I can purchase? Oh, let's go to the Irish countryside. That's beautiful. Which it is. I mean, if you've ever been to Ireland, it's the most green, beautiful, calming place in the entire world. And it's also great for his taxes. There's a lot of reasons why Apple is headquartered in Ireland and why Meta also has a headquarters in Ireland, because the tax rate for people with companies there is like very close to zero. And so it's a little bit of a nice, like, oh, cool. We're adjusting the effective tax rate for Meta potentially. I don't know if you'd go that deep, but super fun. I like it. He should live stream kind of reviving it a little. I'm following a couple. Dude, I'm following a couple right now that bought a castle in like the British countryside. They're on YouTube.
Me too. But France for me. But keep going.
And they're reviving it?
Yes, yes. They are reviving said chateau.
Portugal.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Portugal for Jamil.
No. This couple's so great. It's so fun, and they've made so much progress. It would be funny if he live stream it. I know his wife is like super artistic, and so it'd be cool if like he could live stream that from like his Meta glasses or something, and make it like a fun thing, and help us endear the Zuck a little bit more. Help him become a little more approachable.
I like this because he's gone under this whole like branding kind of play, you know, this rebrand of himself with the UFC and all the things. I mean, Zuck is cool. I mean, you know, Zuck has become cool. And what better way to you know, add on top of that than like at home with the Zuckerbergs, and we're remaking our
I like that
castle, you know. They see the kids running around, and
I like that
doing this. Oh, we got a problem in the renovation. You know, why not go HGTV with it? I think
I like that.
I want to see full mask off, just like Lord Zuck has like Hunger Games in his castle, like D2C. Using AI, it's kind of like the traders. It's like, let's just create a crazy live stream game show of who can build the craziest brand using meta ads.
I can do that.
Let's go. He might make like an octagon in the countryside outside on the patio too, because he's huge into MMA.
Sick. Conor McGregor will come back.
Like he can have McGregor come hang out at his place.
Tech CEOs have to like spar with him in order to get a deal in the Irish countryside. It's like, yeah, you want like more data centers? Great. Let's go little MMA for a little bit in my backyard.
It's a great idea. Actually,
I assume that's how you do MMA. You know, that's terrible.
That is the proprietary movement. Yes,
that's the move. That's the big move.
That's the somehow you're defending and you're punching.
Yeah, both. I did both.
That move right there.
Yeah.
Jamil, brother, we appreciate you for making the time, joining us here at the top of the show. Tell us, man, people want to find you, talk with you, get their website redone, get their branding worked on, etc. Brother, who do they talk to? Where do they go, etc.? Maybe they want to be like us and get our branding completely redone, website redone, all the things. Who do they talk to? Where do they go?
Hit me up, man. Jamil, Jamil at otherhalf.studio. That's the website, otherhalf.studio. You can find me on LinkedIn. I made an X account just for you guys. I still haven't tweeted anything. Yeah.
Dude, you gotta surface that. You gotta let us reshare,
dude. Come on.
I gotta get on it. We'll do it after the show. But guys, it was a pleasure. Love it. Excited for you to see the new stuff. And have a great weekend, everybody.
You're the man. Thank you, Jamil. Appreciate you, bro. Coming inside of this show next, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Scott Hickle, co-founder and CEO of Throne Science. Producer Jack, is Scott with us? Is he here? Is he among us? Is he now?
Let's
Is he present?
go.
He is incredible. Incredible.
Whoa.
We are bringing him inside of the show right now. Before he comes, a word from our sponsors over at Universal Ads and Ty. Play it for us, producer Jack. Your email provider and your tech stack probably only recognizes about a third of your returning shoppers. Everyone else, they're browsing anonymously, and your flows, they're just sit idle. Ty identifies up to 70% of your total site traffic and pushes those shoppers into the flows that you already run. Caraway, as an example, uses Ty's predict scoring to lift opens by 40%, clicks by 30%, while sending 20% fewer emails. Go book a walkthrough. Go to meetty.com/cowboy. When you do, tell them that Colin and I sent you today. Many thanks for Ty being part of the show. If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it's time to rethink TV. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery of getting involved with television. You get both premium streaming and linear inventory all in the same place, okay? You're reaching net new target audiences outside of the same crowded social feeds. We're all spending our dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees. Campaign setup and management. It's just like search and social. You get running minutes. TV that's designed, that delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use code UACowboy. You can get $1,500 in match ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. Do you have a poop guy in your life? If you don't, you do. You need one. That's the point here. Scott Hickle, co-founder and CEO of Throne Science, is coming inside of the show. He has built the smoke alarm for the colon and more. He has created a unique path to measure one's health by scientifically evaluating and looking at our excrement. It is very valuable. It is here. It is now, and it is growing forever and ever. Amen. We must bring him inside of the show. Everybody, welcome the one and only Scott Hickle of Throne Science. Get in here, Scott. Get inside of the show. Scott.
Yes, Colin. Great to be here.
Look at that setup.
Bro, this setup, I don't know where you are. If this is Dubai, I feel like we're like
farming on us.
You are aura farming so hard right now.
Oh,
look at this thing. I think
Wow.
I know where you are, Scott. I think being the co-founder and CEO of Throne, this is your bathroom, bro. And you have created a true throne for your throne.
Yeah.
Am I way off base?
This is not a throne room, but I do have a throne with me.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go! I love it. I love it. Okay, Scott, brother, we appreciate you making the time, joining the show. Brother, you have got to give us some lore here and background on like coming up with this thing. How did you get this idea that there is a business to be had, not only to benefit consumers, make money for us, but also to save lives? How did you get this idea? There's a business inside the toilet.
So quick background, both of my parents are doctors. My dad's a medical device inventor. So I was raised around healthcare my whole life. A few years ago, I asked my mom, is there any medical utility to looking at people's waste? And she's a geriatrician, so primarily old people.
Yeah.
And we had a 45-minute phone call. It was my first master class in gut health. And she the line that will always stand out to me, she goes, honey, I stopped giving my phone number to my patients years ago because they send me so many pictures of their poop.
Brutal.
But also like a big point, obviously.
She's like, they're obsessed with it. And chronic constipation is the reason for like a quarter to a third of the visits to her office. And she's like, as you age, your gut motility starts to slow down. You're just acutely aware of these changes happening in your body and you worry about it. And that was my first like, wait a second, maybe there's something here. So I started looking into it and I was like, it's actually crazy that there are 20 devices to track sleep and cardio and respiratory health and metabolic health, but there's nothing tracking your gut health or urinary function or hydration on a daily basis. And then when I started paying more attention to it and got deeper into it, it was like, wait a second. Not only could you improve people's daily health, like hydration is like such a simple, like every study shows that people are chronically dehydrated. It's the easiest, highest benefit lifestyle change you can make, but people still don't do it. Yeah. And it's just because there are a lot of reasons, but ultimately I had this recognition, like, wait a second, 1 in 6 US cancer cases, the earliest sign of those cancers is microscopic blood in the toilet. It's seriously bladder cancer, kidney cancer, ureter cancer. And if we could develop a device that identified microscopic blood before it was visible to the naked eye, then you've built a smoke detector for cancer. And like, that is the most motivating thing in the world to me. Like that will literally save lives from the toilet with every flush. Like how fucking cool is that?
That is fantastic, bro. That is incredible, Scott. I mean, and it's a great point that you make too. It's like, brother, we're tracking anything and everything. Nobody's tracking like what's going on in the twilight.
The state of the art before Throne was these samples where you have to collect a sample and send it off to the mail. And
bro,
everyone hates that.
No,
yeah,
nobody's doing that. Who's going to do that?
Scott, you got to talk to us about like how you're navigating this, because this is, I would say, some of the most private data imaginable, and it's like a very sensitive subject. How are you earning that trust with consumers? Because this is it's a bit of a sensitive area.
100%. So privacy is like the number one thing we spent the first 2.5 years of this company thinking about is how do we make this experience something that people are comfortable with? And so number one, the sensor is only pointed down into the toilet bowl, right? So it's like the
I see.
Down. We're not looking up. There's valuable health information inside the bowl. So the way it works, so once you recognize, okay, this is not actually looking at human anatomy, this doesn't care about me up top. Then the way it works is there's a motion sensor on the device. You can see that little dot there that can pick up when someone is standing at or seated on the toilet. And then it uses your phone's Bluetooth to tell it this is Scott versus Chris or Colin. And so it only turns on when someone has their phone with them, or if you leave your phone like on the nightstand, you can also push one of the two buttons. So there's player 1, player 2.
Oh.
Braille, so you can do it at night and you know exactly which one's which. But it's the very important thing here is it's on when it's supposed to be on. It stays off when it's supposed to be off. It respects guest privacy. If you have a partner or children who don't want it on, it stays off when they're on the toilet. And it's only on for you if you've already paired your Bluetooth to the device. And then from there, you own 100% of your data. Like same as Whoop and Aura and Apple Watch, we will never sell your data. We'll never share your data without your permission. It is yours. That is standard, right? Like we have to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I love all of the things that you've thought about here, to like enable the capture of necessary important data while also, like protecting, not shooting down into the toilet. It's going to know by my phone or the button, etc. It's going to stay off for others. This narrative that you have, to me, Scott, for like how you're like impacting the world, like, going to like help people early detection of cancer, etc. I mean, to me, it's like so compelling. And I know you guys just raised money. Brother, I would imagine, like in my mind, when I hear this unique product, people's health, takes care of like a yucky thing that nobody wants to do anyway, gonna save lives, cancer, I would think like everybody and their mom is like lining up to throw cash at you.
Yeah, here's money. Here's money.
Was this the experience, or did you have to talk with a bunch of people? How did this thing go?
Top to bottom, it was a very fortunate fundraise. It helps too that I have the team that we have. So my co-founder was previously co-founder and CTO of Whoop, and he served there for over a decade.
Come on, bro.
Let's go.
We got a good team. We got literally the world's leading researchers who wrote the clinical guidelines for ulcerative colitis and SIBO and colorectal cancer screening. Like we've got a stacked deck. And the most important thing is the progress we're making towards the blood detection version. So this version of the device, this tracks gut health, hydration, prostate health too, actually. Oh. But this does not do the cancer screening. This is V1. The next version of the hardware we're working on, we have it working in the lab. And this is really what we were able to show the investors was we are able in the lab to identify blood 100,000 times more sensitive than the naked eye.
Wow.
And those results, plus the team, plus all the thought that we put into the user experience, it was, seeing is believing. We got something that we can actually send to people and they can try it for themselves and say, okay, I get it.
Fascinating.
Scott, obviously you're probably hearing some user experiences from the early users. What have early users done with this data that you're providing with them that you've heard that's maybe kind of surprised you?
So the biggest one, first and foremost, people buy it for gut health.
Sure.
But the most common thing we hear from people is, I did not realize how dehydrated I was.
Oh, I
And
believe it.
it totally makes sense, right? Like, you're not looking into the bathroom, like no one is doing that. But when you get your push notification 60 seconds later that says your hydration score is a 32%,
Oh,
it just hits different. So that's the number one thing. And it's a very compelling loop, because every morning you wake up dehydrated, because that's the longest you've gone without drinking water, is that 6 to 8 hours that you were asleep. So you wake up dehydrated and you see your score go up and to the right. Who doesn't love seeing their scores go up and to the right throughout the day, right? Like, it's just the natural daily loop. So that's the number one thing that we hear, is people love that hydration feedback, and it's instantaneous. The gut health just moves slower, right? Those trends happen over weeks or months. And one of the other big, amazing things that I've seen is we've had users use Throne to track new interventions that they're testing with their doctors. We have patients with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis who are saying, I'm taking a new medication that my GI put me on, and then I go into the doctor's office for my next appointment. I have actual data to show them. Here's actually how my gut has responded to this. And it's there are some screenshots that are just night and day. And it's amazing to be able to see, because again, the alternative to this, right, is patient recall. And I don't know about you, I don't know what I had for breakfast 2 days ago, much less how my bathroom habits look like over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
It's just not how that works. The next alternative is people keep a diary of this stuff. And that's a lot of burden. B, you show up to your doctor's office and now you're stuck going through a spreadsheet. That's not particularly intuitive, but the way we visualize everything just makes it so you can at a glance see, oh my God, this was a good month, that was a bad month. This is working or it's not.
And too, whenever you go to the doctor, you start talking with them, and it's I got one sentence out, and then the second sentence was halfway through, and then they started looking somewhere else, and they already started working on something. Wait, I got a little more. I wanted to say, being able to present that data, I feel like would be incredibly helpful. I think about this from a marketing perspective, Scott. Man, there's just got to be incredible ways for you to develop ads around this.
Oh my gosh.
Person sitting on the toilet, or AI-ified, you can see in their body, and things are all stopped up and everything. This has got to be a gold mine for ad creative.
It's ad creative, and it's also just stories. I'll tell you the thing I'm most excited about. So we actually just built this podcast studio because we're preparing to launch a podcast called Dying of Embarrassment, which is a great line that our team came up with, right? Which is people. Let me just take a step back and just give a little more context here. Colorectal cancer now is the second deadliest cancer in the country and the deadliest cancer in Americans under 50, which is crazy. That all changed in the span of a generation. Our parents thought of colorectal cancer as an old person's disease. Yeah, and now it is the deadliest cancer in our peer group. And if you were born after 1990, then compared to someone born in 1950, you have twice the chance of developing colon cancer and 4 times the chance of developing rectal cancer. And part of the reason it is so deadly is because people ignore the signs of it and don't talk about it to their loved ones or their doctors until it's too late, because it's embarrassing, right? So people are literally dying of embarrassment. So, but it's not just restricted to colon cancers. There's so much about the human body that is taboo, that people don't feel comfortable talking about, but makes for amazing content, because when you see people talking about it, it's universal. You feel seen, and you empathize with it, even though you don't want to have that conversation, right? You feel like you're getting away by watching it.
Right.
So that's the whole theme of the podcast is it's sexual health, and it's women's health, and it's cancer, and it's death, and it's grief. It's chronic digestive disease. It's all these things that people live with every day that touch so many of us, literally everyone, at some point in our lives. But we in a kind of a uniquely modern Western phenomenon, post-Victorian era, that we are embarrassed of these things.
That's fascinating.
Wow. That's incredible. I mean, talk to me a little bit about kind of the way that you're thinking about this, with the fact that this is hardware. So this is a little bit different from a lot of the D2C folks, because you're dealing with hardware and tech. So how hard was this to put together, and how much more difficult is it for you know, the guy selling the widget on the internet compared to like, hey, we're going to build an app that connects to all your Bluetooth and know when you have your phone around and all of these things. I would imagine this is making making it more rewarding, but also extremely difficult to push out these V1s, V2s.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2.5 years of R&D
Crazy.
before we had a version of the product that we could actually sell to you.
Seriously.
Like 2.5 years. Oh yeah, like the first
Oh,
V1
wow.
was a Tupperware box that had. Hang on, I'm gonna go. I see it sitting right over there.
Yeah, go get it.
Let's get it. Let's get V1.
Let's go, baby. We're on the
We're on
run.
the move. We're on the
Oh,
move.
I like this. I like
All right,
this.
I got 2 generations of Thrones. Give me just 1 second. You're getting the behind the scenes view of the studio now.
Oh, it's a great
Let's go.
studio.
All right. So this was the first Throne.
Whoa.
That's hilarious.
And
That's
this was just
awesome.
literally a Raspberry Pi with a webcam plugged into it,
That's so
with a
cool.
button on it. We sat this on your toilet tank, and this went in the toilet. And we built this just because we didn't have any pictures of poop to train our AI models on. So we had to go, because we not only had to build hardware, we had to collect all the data that we needed to then train our AI models on. We had to go hire a team of gastroenterologists to go through and label that data, like frame by frame, pixel by pixel. This is poop, this is pee, this is blood, this is toilet paper,
my
this is
gosh.
this is an object, because people use their toilets like trash cans. Like all that we had to do from scratch. And it started with this. We just had to find literally 20 friends of ours around Austin who were like, hey man, we're going to put a camera in your toilet just because you're a homie. Roll with it. And some of the big things we learned from this generation of hardware was that we had to have it battery powered, because this was like, you had to plug this into an outlet. Most people don't have spare outlets in their bathroom.
Yeah,
and so we knew it had to be battery powered. So that motivated the second gen. This was our beta device. This was the first one that was like battery powered. I could ship it to you. You could install it yourself. This had the Bluetooth. Good. This was not hands-free though. This one you had to push a button every time you went. And the big learnings from this, this was not hands-free, and it was not waterproof. So like one episode of bad aim and it's all over.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, we gotta be careful of the bad aim.
Oh yeah,
have good aim.
But the big learnings for this was that we had to make it hands-free, because people wouldn't push the button, because you've been going to, like, especially if you're standing to pee and this thing's down there, right? Like, and you've been going to the bathroom since you were potty trained at like 2 or 3 years old. Adding one extra step into that routine is totally unintuitive to people. Like, it's just you don't think about it. So then we were like, okay, well, people bring their phones to the bathroom most of the time.
Yeah, they do.
And phones give a unique identifier. Let's just do that. And so anyways, it took a long time to get to the point where we had a product that I could even sell. The good news is I am less worried that it's much harder to copy. Let's put it that way.
True.
Oh my
much
gosh.
harder to copy. Much harder to copy. Talk to me, Scott, about, I would imagine, and I think this is a great model. I would imagine you got a significant, purchase up front, the pricing wise, and then subscription on the back end of that. Where are you pricing this thing at? What's it look like when people buy, et cetera, LTV, all those things?
Yeah, it's a great question. So basically, we priced the device at $400 plus $6 a month. So it's like the same as an Oura Ring.
Yeah.
And the reason is, unlike most wearables devices, right? Like, you are the only person that's ever going to wear your Apple Watch or your Whoop. That's a one-to-one relationship. We have a many-to-one relationship and a one-to-many relationship, in the sense that if you buy a Throne, up to 6 members of your household can all use this Throne.
Oh.
And so everyone gets their own private account, but then they can all pair to the Throne, and all their data goes straight to their phone. And I will never see your data and you'll never see my data, but we can all use the same device. And if you buy multiple Thrones, you can pair to all of them, and you can use all of the Thrones, and all of that data goes to your private account. So like, I have 2 Thrones in the office and 2 Thrones at home, and it doesn't matter which toilet I use, it all goes to my account.
It all goes to your account. Fascinating.
Wow.
You have to charge for the hardware up front, and then have a small subscription, unlike the Whoop, which is pure subscription, but that only works when it's one-to-one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Scott, could you talk a little bit more about like the long-term vision you see for this, maybe 5 years down the line? I mean, is this just detecting all cancers? Are you guys partnering with like cancer research? How do you see this playing out 5 years from now? What kind of features would you like to add to the product? Is there anything you kind of got on the roadmap that you're messing around with right now?
There's so much interesting stuff here. So short answer is the immediate driving goal that we're moving towards is smoke detector for colorectal cancer. That is the number one, like, North Star we're motivated by. We're making huge strides towards that. And I do believe that will be live in the next 5 years.
Awesome.
Then there is a whole universe of things that expand from that. So, like, the same technology that allows us to look for microscopic blood will also allow us to look for microscopic blood as a consequence of ulcers. So, like, IBD specialists, Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, are so stoked on what we're building. Like, one of the world's leading IBD researchers told me the other day, he thinks this could redefine the disease because we have these objective measurements that no one else in the world have. And so that's just one opportunity, is like literally moving science forward, right? Like, we have this longitudinal data set that no one else in the world will have. And researchers are like stoked. We're working with researchers at Stanford and Harvard and University of Chicago and University of Texas. And they're just because no one has this data. Term. So the technique we're using to look for microscopic blood is called multispectral imaging. We're basically looking for the spectral fingerprint of hemoglobin. And we had to select the wavelengths that we're targeting across infrared, visible light, and ultraviolet, specifically for hemoglobin. But there is a expanded version of this technology that's currently in labs called hyperspectral imaging. And it's basically like taking like discrete images all across the wavelengths from infrared through ultraviolet, but like infinitesimal slices that would allow you, in theory, to look for arbitrary analytes in urine. So that means, like, literally in the future, and this is the more sci-fi future, right? But like in the future, you could literally have like a full-on urine panel every time you go to the bathroom with one of the devices and tell you about like ketones, bilirubin, like what's my urinary glucose, like, you know, the ratio of ketones to glucose for type 1 diabetics can tell them if they're going to go into a deadly form of ketosis called DKA or not. Like, other examples would be pregnancy test.
Oh yeah,
right?
Totally.
Like, every time you go, like, there's so much exciting stuff. And then ultimately the bigger vision is like this integrates with your Whoop and your Aura and your function labs and your MRIs and your health records. And this is where I think the future of health is going. It's very simply, it's just no nasty surprises, right? Like,
no nasty surprises.
Nobody wants nasty health surprises.
No.
And I believe, I'm such a believer, like, the analogy I love is like, I have a 2017 Jeep Cherokee that has 30 something sensors in it, right? My tire pressure gauges and my fuel gauge and my check engine light. And I don't break down on the side of the road because I pay attention to my dashboard. And I'm not obsessed with my dashboard. I'm not staring at my dashboard as I drive, but the fact that I have those monitors keeps me from breaking down. And my belief is that humans, every time we go to the hospital, and it wasn't like an accident, right? But like every time we go to the hospital because of a mystery pain or an ache, that is the equivalent of your body breaking down on the side of the road. And having these sensors that can help find the signs of trouble before your body breaks down on the side of the road and lands in the hospital, no nasty surprises. That's it.
No nasty surprises.
Golly. I love that. That's a great analogy too. That's a great analogy.
It's a great analogy. Scott, I just only imagine and see this horse that you got going. I only imagine and see you guys being hitched together more and more with academia, you know, with the big health societies and such inside of our country. And there may be even some kind of governmental, you know, like, hey, we want you to go this route because we see the effect here and here and here and these kind of, you know, health services and such. Man, this trajectory for you guys is taking you on it seems like it's taking you on a path that many of us inside of consumer just wouldn't even imagine. And it's because of the practical effect and help that you're bringing people in daily life. In this vein, like $400 for, you know, for a sensor that can tell me how my health is doing all the time. That's like steal of a deal, man. That's it. It's incredible. It's incredible, Scott.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
Let's go.
Wow. And you know, just the fact that you just threw the University of Texas in there, it just made me even like you more, Scott. Tell us this, bro. Where can we go get V1 now? Is it thronescience.com? Give us the whole list, like, so we can stay tuned. We want to subscribe to the pod that's coming up, newsletters, buy the thing, etc. What all should we be doing?
So we are at Throne Science on X, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're thronescience.com. Anywhere the handle Throne Science exists, we probably own it. And then I'm Scott Hickle. It's like pickle, but with an H instead of a P. And I'm going to make a Ecomm Cowboy discount code for $100 off.
Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Should it just be Ecomm Cowboy or just Cowboy?
Let's go Cowboy.
All right, use Cowboy at checkout for $100 off.
Let's go.
Dig that.
Go.
Scott, you're the man, bro.
Let's
you're
go.
the man. And man, we love what you guys are doing. We appreciate the benefit that you are bringing society. And I just consider you guys a bright light inside of consumer.
Let's go.
We love it, man. Thank you for making the time to join us. We look forward to having you back. Appreciate you.
Absolute pleasure.
Wow.
Doesn't that fire you up?
It's wild too, because I think more people should be fired up on that V1. I think more people
For sure
look at that V1. At the V1 was a Raspberry Pi, which is like basically a super simple, boring version of a computer with like basically a webcam attached to it.
And
like,
Tupperware.
And Tupperware. Like you can just do things. You can just make a really arbitrary, like really rough V1 and just try to ship it and put some data behind it and start to put some stuff together. Just catch a little momentum. And this version that you're seeing right now from Scott, this like V3, or honestly, probably a couple Vs down the road of like, this is the final product. It's taken them 2 years to do this, but like he didn't start today. He didn't start today to do the fundraise. He didn't start today to have this incredible version of the product. Like you just got to get going. And wow, what a crazy journey they are on. Crazy journey.
And I will say this. I think gosh, do we have this sound effect? I don't think I have it in here. I wanted to give them the brand of the week sound effect. I don't think I have it on here though. I don't think I have it ready. I don't.
Wow. Cowboy is now live.
Cowboy's now live. Right now, everybody needs to go to thronescience.com.
Let's go.
Put in the code Cowboy, get $100 off of your said throne that's going to be monitoring your health, telling you when you're dehydrated, all of the things, monitoring your gut health. In the future, this thing's going to be early signs of cancer and all of that's going to be monitoring that, giving you that dashboard data feed that you can take to the doctor. Incredible, man. Scott Hickle.
Let's go.
And talk about like just SEAL 6 team over there.
Yeah.
It's like co-founders from Whoop. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. SEAL Team 6.
Yeah. Absolute SEAL Team 6 crushing. I mean, I think like, yes, their vision is incredible, but also the potential to have, I don't even know if they want to do it, but the potential to have like a multiple billion-dollar exit is very easy. I see
totally viable.
Totally viable. It's like totally viable. And the moat is how hard it is to just build this entire product again. It's like, where else are you going to go? Oh, cool. You want to go train all your data on poop? It's going to take you 2 years. Like you gotta figure that out first. And then maybe you can enter the arena. But Scott's already crushing it. I mean, this is multiple billion-dollar exit written all over it. And then potentially on top of all of that, you get to fundamentally change how cancer is screened.
I just even want to say this, like, I don't know, like, I don't know how government like gets involved with, businesses like this, but I will say, like, don't you think like it would make all the sense in the world for somebody like RFK or whoever in the next administration is like in power over the FDA and all that? That's just every American needs one of these. Like, like let's just buy them and start distributing them. I mean, this kind of thing, it seems like such a simple straightforward path to actually benefiting people's lives. And as the whole Make America Healthy Again like movement is, cresting or continuing to rise, et cetera, people are having more knowledge because of the various wearables inside of our world, having more knowledge about their bodies and how they are doing. I love this concept of the dashboard of sensors, what's going on with me, no nasty surprises. I need to go to the hospital, go, oh, my chest is hurting, I love this concept, and man, they are a very real part of like making this actual and practical.
I completely agree. You have a smoke detector for your house, but you don't have a smoke detector for your body.
Yeah,
seems a little backwards.
Seems a little backward. I think they're going to be a big part of solving the colon cancer piece.
Huge.
They're going to be a huge part of that, which is incredible. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, a little watch and react action followed by great finds upon the interwebs. Before we get there, a word from our sponsors over at Intelligems and Proxima. Play it for us, producer Jack. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands and marketers brief from instinct. Okay, what's our best performing ad? Let's change a little bit. Proxima changes the input here, reads your conversions against real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying, what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You just wire up Meta, wire up Shopify. Proxima begins to map every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph. And no longer are you briefing from a blank page. You get a feed of creative briefs. First 3 briefs are going to be free for you every single month. Go to Proxima.ai. Stop the slop. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show. What is the next big idea that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle, strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists. It's an AI-powered testing platform. Helps you find the changes worth making. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go to intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. Totally free, AI-powered audit. Go talk with Intelligems. Get the next new big idea for your business. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of the show. I know that you are a fan of direct-to-consumer houses.
I love it.
Affordable housing.
I love it. I'm all about it.
I have dug up for you more because I know last time just left you with a little something wanting. You were a little
You gave me some mid options last time.
You say it was mid, but
they were mid.
I don't think it was mid. They were not mid. They were not mid. They just didn't have all of the data that you were wanting. We've got some new options for you here. 3 of these from Instagram that I just want to pick up here and play for you. Is this the first one here, producer Jack? Is this it? Oh, yes, yes. Sound on here, producer Jack, and let's watch this.
This size of capsule can be shipped already assembled conditional, so you don't need to do any additional work. Just order, take it, and use it.
It's a capsule house. They just put it inside of the box.
More important about this
Ship
model,
it to you.
It can be modified and make it bigger. So the cider you can make an additional balcony, or can even make an up floor. The
That's true. You can have a second floor.
Enough strong to keep second floor. It's a container, or it can be just a terrace or whatever, just for take nice view or put sunbed.
She's gonna say.
But shock with the price. This all capsule will cost just 12,000 USD.
12,000 bucks.
Model already will including air conditioner, system, heating, water, bathroom facilities.
Appliances are in there.
SPF,
lights, flooring,
smart door, everything. Producing time take around 1 month, and factory provide 10 years of warranty for each capsule house.
10-year warranty.
For the reservation of the houses, you should pay advance 50%, and producing process will start. And then another half you should pay in the finished part when inspection will be done and all confirming that house is in the good condition. And before shipping, it will be second part of the payment. Capsule home.
Whoa, this would rip as an Airbnb beach house. Rip.
Okay, here's my I think this is an incredible idea. My concern is that it looks like it's from a bad sci-fi movie. The outside does. It looks like it's supposed to be the houses that would exist on Mars or something.
Yeah.
If from a movie made a few years ago. That's my one gripe. That's my one complaint.
Fair.
But $12,000 for a pod of sorts that already has everything inside of it. They put it inside of the container, ship that bad boy to you. You can stack them. You can create a second floor. You can make them to where they extend out on the
I like
sides.
that. I like the second floor option.
$12,000. Like, part of me is kind of like, maybe I'm okay if it looks like it's from Star Wars. If it's only $12,000.
That's true. Yeah, I also don't like how I love a modern house. I like all the windows and stuff like that. I don't like how transparent this is. If like you can just kind of like see right into it. If there's an ability to like the curtains, but also to like hit the windows so they go like dark.
Yeah,
But
you want fancy windows.
I want fancy windows. I probably pay extra to get the fancy windows if I'm doing that with an Airbnb.
I don't know that they got the fancy windows, but I do think they have curtains. You can draw.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, bring this next one up for us, producer Jack. These are akin. It's similar to this capsule home. I felt this initial video was the best describer. Bring up this next video, producer Jack, our second video here on Run of Show. Okay, now this person here, they open this video by saying, is this the right video, producer Jack? Is this the right video? Is it where they say it's like $5,000? I can't remember what she says in this. Oh, yeah. I think you got the wrong video, producer Jack. Can you click on the link again? Oh, yeah, this is it. Go Capsule Homes Manufacturers Camera. Okay, this is the third link. This is the third link here. But she opens saying she actually has two videos. The second video, which this is not it. The second video, this is the second video. She opens this video by saying this is $5,000.
Could you hit the sound?
Give us sound on this, producer Jack.
Be beautiful. Just buy this one and decide this one to be.
And they've got it elevated. They've got it up on like
stilts.
So you can park underneath it.
Yeah, that's nice.
$5,000. Look at this.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of sick for the beach.
Kind of sick, right?
Oh, wow.
For the beach,
right underneath it.
Wow. Yeah, this is
skylight.
For the night.
How is this $5,000?
The night view will be beautiful.
This is the confusing thing. Okay, bring the volume down, Jack. This is the confusing thing. She opens saying this is at $5,000. A lot of people are arguing with her in the comments. She's like, I said it started at $5,000, which I didn't catch anywhere where she actually said it started at $5,000. But in the next video, bring us to the third video that I think you were showing before here, producer Jack. In her third video, it makes me a little like, what's going on here? Like, I don't really understand what's happening. Because in the third video, she says, everybody who says these homes are $5,000 are scammers. It's like she opens the video. It's like, you said that. You are the one who said that. I don't really know what's going on here. But the short of it is that this couple, they have gone over there and basically they have developed apparently a business of some sort by saying, hey, we have gone over here and vetted all of these kinds of houses. And they throw out different numbers, $5,000, $10,000, or maybe they don't say what the number is, etc. But they have developed this kind of business where say, hey, we checked it all out. We'll tell you which ones are real, which ones have good materials, etc. It's a little confusing for me. She said they're 5,000. Now she has another video that says anybody who says that is a scammer. But nevertheless, the capsule space age kind of thing that let's just call it 12, not 5, but let's call it like from the first video, $12,000 for this capsule that apparently you can put on stilts, drive up underneath it, maybe place it at a winsome place in the beach. Could be a winner. Could be very interesting for D2C housing, affordable housing here in America. 10-year backed warranty. What do you make of this?
You throw this on stilts, I think this is a game changer for the beach. The stilts is a key piece here because the beach, I mean, it's super important with everything coming up. That's where they have that's kind of like the big build in Charleston right now is the stilt houses because everything has to be up because of the elevation and you know everything's rising up with Charleston with the ocean the levels on the ocean. I think if you get stilts and you get a nice plot somewhere on the beach, I think you could rip with this.
What if we just found like some, discarded place of ocean shore?
Place.
I'm sure those don't exist. But
what is this? What is this, a Hallmark movie? How are we going to just...
maybe
look behind this dumpster. We found discarded land.
Maybe
those don't exist.
Maybe it's somewhere maybe it's somewhere in like the Great Lakes where it's only like really nice for like 3 months a year or something. I don't know.
I
But
guess.
maybe you like find a cheapish, plot of land that's on a large body of water, very delightful. And we just order one of these things from China and drop shipping houses, just drop shipping house. Be kind of an interesting thing to explore, huh?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if you get a big enough plot and you put two of them. I think that's where the motion is, where you get like two of these guys, big enough plot, and then you got two beachfront guys. You could live in one, you could rent out the other. This one pays for that one, or that
Right.
one you rent out both and you peace out.
And what if you put them on stilts and then you do the double decker on top of that? So on that upper one, you're through. What? What's wrong with being 3 floors
dude.
up?
No, dude.
Well, a lot of these houses are 3 floors up. A lot of these tall, like beach houses, they're like 3 floors up. Get the view. Get the view.
I thought you meant like connect them on one. No. I agree. Yeah, you should definitely get a nice ocean view.
And you put them on stilts. You can drive up under, park up underneath it. Then you get your solid. You got your base. Then you put the other bad boy on top, 3 floors up, view of the oceon. Kind of interesting.
Now I don't care about the windows anymore. By the way, if I'm on stilts and I'm up, I don't care about the windows as much because it's curtains. So you've sold me on these.
Okay, I will say, just to a little compare and contrast, I did go and check out Boxable, which is like has been mentioned or rumored as Elon Musk. You don't have to go there, producer Jack. Has been mentioned as Elon Musk's, like this is what he was living in down at Starbase. At one point it's like he was living in a $50,000 box. Whatever they cost before, they cost a hundo. Now turnkey, it's $185, which it is like you come set it up and you walk away and everything's ready to go. But man, turnkey at $185. Gosh, that's a little rough. That's a little rough.
That is rough.
For this. If I can get the space capsule from China for $12.
Well, they do manage the permit. So if you scroll back up, yeah. So if you scroll up a little more, just a touch more, right there. So they manage permits, they manage site work, shipping, and installation for you. So this is 185, like truly
all in.
185. Here's the keys, 185. It still is like, that's not that exciting.
It's not as exciting to me.
It's rough.
I'm more interested in getting the Mars capsule drop shipped from China and just see what happens. We can work out the permitting.
It'll be fine.
Should be fine. Should be totally fine. Next watch and react here. There is a new most profitable movie that has ever existed. It is no longer Obsession. It is the New Lie Cow. Okay. This Trung T fan surfaced this where I found it. Wild story, he says. Chinese mom in her 60s and son 30s duo spent 5 years making an 86-minute animated film called New Lie. Budget of $200. I don't know how they made this for $200, but hustle to get theater distribution, flops with $1,000 in the first week. So bad, it's good. Goes viral. Has now made $4 million on a $200 investment. 20,000x return. Easily tops Paranormal Activity, The Blair Witch Project, etc. Becomes most profitable film in box office haul against original production budget ever. This thing, can you play some of this, Jack? Just play it so we can get the sense here. Okay, all right, turn the sound off so we don't get the copyright trouble. I don't know if they got some copyright thing. We're going to get in trouble here. I think you get the production quality. Your thoughts on this, Colin Dougherty? So bad it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I better find some of you demons out there, and you better be spinning up some New Lie merch ASAP. I better see New Lie merch fly off the shelves here. and you better rock and roll quick. This is pretty wild. They're gonna have a moment for like a little bit,
Yeah,
but you can make some sick merch around this.
like a few days. There's like a week of time.
There's
to
like a
make
week.
some sick. What do they call
Yeah.
that? Print on demand. POD.
Yeah,
There's a
print on
moment of time here to make some sick print on demand shirts that are going to be internet niche for a little while.
Oh yeah. This is your father right there, printed right across, and that's just the guy. That rips. That's gonna rip.
That's going to rip. Moving forward to our great finds upon the interwebs. On our way there, we're from our sponsors over at Rich Panel and Sati. Play it for us, producer Jack. Someone asked how long it takes before an affiliate program starts paying for itself. Would you know the answer? You may not. Most brand operators don't, and that's exactly what our friends at Sati are tackling on August 20th. They're hosting a live session with an affiliate consultant, built programs for e-com brands over a decade, hitting 10K per month in affiliate revenue in under 4 months. On this call, she is going to be walking through the exact playbook behind that number, budget, timeline, roster size, etc., the whole thing. If you stick around after, there's a live Q&A. Bring your programs directors specifically, plus every attendee walks away with a resource to keep going after the call ends. It is Thursday, August 20th coming up. Go grab your spot. Talk with the Sati team. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Ridge did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500,000, and 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of the show. Wow. That was a first.
What happened?
Take place on the show. Just had to, little emergency to take care of right there. In the middle of the ad read. It happens, but we're back, baby. We're back.
Hopefully you tracked with Throne.
I did not, but I want to.
Come on.
I want to track with Throne. Great finds upon the interwebs, ladies and gentlemen. The first of which is the Temu-ification of consumer hardware. One of the top stories that we have covered this week surfaced this tweet for us, producer Jack. One of the stories that we covered this week, Pocket hitting $100 million in ARR in 7 months. Quite a feat in a short amount of time. Producer Jack, do you have this tweet for us? There it is. This comes to us by way of Sardane. He has this to say: it's happening. The Temu-ification of consumer hardware is coming. Pocket is a great product, but it's not a complex hardware, microphone, and nicely designed form factor. Chinese factories can replicate the physical product in 6 months. The reason there aren't already 100 knockoffs on the market isn't hardware, it's the software. AI is diminishing the moat as software becomes easier to replicate. And he has surfaced. He called this shot, and he has surfaced many of these already. The HiDoc P1 AI voice recorder. The HiDoc is $152. Definitely not cheaper.
Wait, it's more expensive than
that's actually more
okay.
expensive. Maybe it's called shot here. It's not totally on point.
Yeah, it's more expensive. It's like
actually more expensive than the Pocket.
Yeah. Wait, I'm paying more money for it's way more money. It's $152. And then the Hey Pocket is $129. It's like literally live right now. You can get a Hey Doc P1 Mini for $107. It's still, that's like negligible.
Temu-ification, I'm looking for like it's $12.
Yeah, it's like $12. Come on, that's a bit hyperbole. I think he's right on this, but this is just not the correct shot because it's more expensive. But I think this is so true. I think this will happen very quickly with a brand like Pocket. I think they're doing amazing work. I love what they're doing. They're obviously crushing. But the Temu sellers are cracked. We know this. Know this.
They're coming.
And I could see them releasing a product called like My Pocket.
The Packet.
In like the Packet. In
My
like,
Pocket.
My Packet in like 3 months from now. And it's like $30.
Yeah. And the funny thing to me too, the whole Temu shopping experience, I don't know what that is. Like, what is the Temu app? Have you ever perused
Dude.
the Temu app?
So this is crazy. I was looking up some stuff. I won't say what because it's wild. I was looking up some stuff on just like trying to figure out what it was. And I found out Temu was selling something like it. And I go through the onboard flow and it's a spin to win.
Yeah,
And I win $2,000 in credits on Temu.
exactly.
But like, how does that work?
What just happened?
Yeah. Because the thing I was looking at was like $1,500. So I'm like, wait a minute. So they're just giving me the thing I came into the site for free and then $500?
Yes,
How does that work?
exactly. It's a game. It's a giveaway. It's a win. I got an email from Temu just this week that said, you have 3 free gifts waiting for you.
Yeah.
Spend $0, get 3 free gifts. I was
Yeah.
like, what? You're just going to send me 3 free things for $0?
One of my favorite creators, I don't know if you know him. His name's You Betcha. And he's Midwest. He's super funny.
Yes.
He did a video recently, like 2 weeks ago, testing Temu products, Temu hardware products like drills, saws, all that stuff, flamethrower, all of these things against US products.
Okay.
There were like 2 out of the 10 that were like pretty solid.
Pretty good.
He did also order the Temu steak, the Wagyu Temu steak.
Yeah. How was it?
And
We covered this.
it was apparently pretty good. Apparently in the video it was pretty good. And it
believe
was 2 for $50, and then he ordered from wagyu.com, and it was 1 Australian Wagyu for $100, and then he blind taste tested his whole team, and all of them were like, they're both Wagyu steaks. I don't really entirely know the difference here. So like, it's really interesting that like some of the products are like, okay, this is like pretty sick, but some are just like trash.
Well, that's what you get with Temu. You never know. You may get a free $2,000 credit and 3 free gifts and like pretty great Wagyu steak for $50. You never know.
He got one that was like 50 drill bits, or it was like 60 drill bits for your drill for like $5. And he was like, look, they're not the greatest drill bits in the world, but it's like, I got 50 of them for $5. So like,
I think that we should work in great finds here with Temu, like great finds up on Temu.
Temu, sponsor this segment. Temu, sponsor a
sponsor this segment, Temu. Let's just make this a great finds on Temu segment.
Yeah,
that's
come on.
Great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Let's find some cool stuff on there. I have found some cool stuff where I'm like, there's no way this is real. There's no way.
Well, the only way to know is to order and try.
There's one I found recently that's like crazy.
But you're still not going to say. You're going to gatekeep here.
I got to gatekeep right now because I'm too pumped about it.
Yeah, still gatekeeping. Next on our Great Finds, Good Boy Innovation. This brought to us by the one and only Mark Gallo. More Good Boy innovation. What is that innovation? Alcohol. Okay, Good Boy, if you don't know, they make teas. They mostly make tea. Okay. But what they have brought to market now is Good Boy Vodka Light. Vodka Aid. We covered something like this not too long ago. I think this is like super smart. It's so smart. It's give me electrolytes, give me some healthy stuff, and also like, can you make it low calorie and powered by vodka? Not a bad way to go. I think this is a winning path for them. It's also called Good Boy, which I think is kind of interesting. Cool. What do you make of this?
I mean, we've talked about this on the show that better for you is kind of like the next evolution. You can have better for you alcohol. You don't have to be like heathens like I was in college and just have Ricola vodka, which is, I mean, Chris, you know what that is. It's just
only the good stuff for Colin.
It's just pure. It's basically gasoline. If you really needed to, you could pour it and run your car on it. You don't have to do that to yourself. I would say to my younger self, hey, buddy, you don't have to drink this anymore. Okay.
No.
Let's have some of this. Let's have some Good Boy. Work in a little bit of electrolytes.
Yeah.
Now I won't be so deathly hungover the next morning and in so much pain that I need to shovel basically 6 bacon, egg, and cheeses into my face as soon as possible.
Just to
But
recover.
just to recover, I think this is so smart. And I think you should be incorporating more of this stuff into kind of this better for you alcohol. I love electrolytes. I think that's an easy one, but like there's some other options in here too. I think protein's another one too.
I will also say, probably gives you a better throne score. You know,
Yeah.
a little good boy.
Nice.
Probably,
I like
probably
that.
better throne score than maybe some other beverages.
Yeah.
that you could have. Yeah,
Yeah.
worth
Put
thinking about.
Red Bull in this. Put Red Bull in this.
Not a bad way to go. Next in our great finds, the 60-foot train surfaced by Shannon Jean. A 60-foot train, 60 feet long train that maybe has some good room for ad space here. Shannon Jean says this: just think how this 60-foot long train would look with your company wraps on each car. Train doesn't need tracks. But you'll want to inspect it before bidding. Open daily in New Orleans. Share what this would look like with your company logo in the comments. Opening bid $200.
I mean, it's smart.
You could do some interesting things with this, you know.
Wait.
Driving
Jack,
the kids around.
I want you to pull this up super quick. This is what this is crazy because this is in this same vein, and I think it's so smart, and not enough people are doing this. Where, Jack, can you pull that up? What I just sent, the Corgi bus. They're offering it, and it's integrated into Uber, and it's fully wrapped. What a genius way! Because think about who their ICP is. Their ICP for insurance is business owners.
Yeah.
So where would you want to have a Corgi bus that can pop you around for free? In downtown SF.
Yeah, be nice.
But it's fully wrapped. So even if you're like still not getting picked up, you see this thing rocking around. It's cool.
You see it around.
You see it around. People take photos. They're like, I spotted it. I think there's so many more activations like this to be had. Like, everything can be an ad network. I think there's so many more fun ways to do this. I would love to see somebody like figure out maybe like a baseball team. Like you spin up a sponsorship on like a Savannah Bananas competitor, and like you own that jersey for a little bit, or like something along those lines. Something crazy, like something really crazy.
Everything is an ad network.
Everything is an ad network.
Of the day. This next find you will particularly love. The ultimate fridge sig.
I hate it. I know
Coke Zero.
I know what you're going to do to me.
Zero Ice. The fridge sig ultimate Diet Coke, hereafter replaced as the fridge sig. The Coke Zero reigns supreme. And why not have your Coke Zero with Coke Zero Ice? Your thoughts on this? Great find. Coke Zero maxing.
Diet Coke is the superior of the two, and it's the correct choice. If you're a Diet Coke camp, hit me up. If you're a Coke Zero camp, hit Chris up and join the losing team.
You know, I couldn't hear you because that take was so bad.
Diet Coke is the best one.
I just can't hear you, bro.
That's just factually not true.
I don't know. We just gotta, I don't know. I don't know what happened over there.
That's crazy.
You cut out for a second, but Coke Zero with Coke Zero Ice, a great way to go. Last of our great finds, Harley Finkelstein's new sick jacket. Okay, there is a new Shopify collection. Sorts new Shopify supply collection dropping tomorrow on Saturday. Looks like a kind of a, I don't know if it's denim. I don't know what the material is here. Canvas, I'm not sure.
It feels like a canvas.
The cross, what is this? A chain stitch entrepreneur on the back. Gas. I mean, so good.
There's another updated one that he posted too.
Really?
Here we go. I got you. It's like a little bit. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Here we go.
He's wearing something. He's wearing something there.
I got you.
I'm looking at a video right now where he's wearing something.
Jack, could you pull up this video that they just dropped?
Bring up Colin's video. Whatever this jacket here that he's wearing. Oh, it's live now.
It's
live now.
Dropped. If you could
Okay,
pull up
show
that
us the
video
video.
and then
Show
hit
us the
the
video,
sound.
Jack.
Oh,
No,
we're
the
everywhere.
video. The video.
Oh,
The
there
video.
we go.
Jack! 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 Jack, we need sound, Jack.
we got to hear the
Jack.
man.
Here's the best part. So if it's not obvious by now, entrepreneurs might be my favorite people on the planet.
I think so.
We made something just for them. Today we're launching the new
Oh,
Entrepreneur
wow, look at that
Collection
shirt.
from
Sick.
Firefly Supply. And here's the best part. For the photo shoot, we didn't just hire models to wear them. We actually brought in real entrepreneurs. And here are their
tight.
stories. Sarah has made every Hoibo piece by hand in her Toronto studio since 2007. Clothes
Toronto.
built to
Toronto.
outlast all trends, made to be worn for years, then passed on over and over again.
So
Leandro
sick.
trained at a 3 Michelin-star restaurant in Italy and then came home to Toronto and started rolling fresh pasta by
Toronto.
hand out of his
Toronto.
mother's basement. Today, that same pasta is in the Michelin Guide and on grocery
Sick.
shelves all across the city. Then you have Jen, who built one of Canada's first Indigenous-owned beauty brands.
Wow.
Jen saw a customer that the beauty industry was overlooking, and she built for them. And over 10 years later, she's still on that same mission. Then we have Owen and Nicole, who started Gap this year. Their love letter to life's imperfections.
Look at that sweatshirt. I love that
Gap
sweatshirt.
and Owen's own smile.
Gang, gang.
I love that sweatshirt.
And you have
I'm
Dylan, who
obsessed.
taught himself to
Wow.
sculpt flowers
Okay.
out of balloons.
Producer Jack, we've got to move forward here.
And a few
I
months
will
later,
say
he launched
that this collection looks like a work of art.
Let's go.
I need to find my way to acquire said art. Coming inside of this show, and we have a little video to show before he comes in here.
Let's do it.
We have the one and only Brian Rosen, CFO of IM8, coming inside of this show. Before he
Let's go.
comes, a little teaser before he comes on here. Before we get to said teaser, word from our sponsors over at Northbeam and Trend Track. Play it for us, producer Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what's really working right now, not what worked 6 months ago, but what's actually scaling on the market today, Trend Track gives you full access to the marketing playbook of any brand in the world. From every Meta, Google, TikTok ad they run to every email newsletter they send their customers, your direct competitors, the biggest players on the market, is all there. All the market data centralized in one place, refreshed every 24 hours. Go to trendtrack.io and get hooked up with them today. Know what's actually working on the internet. Many thanks for Trend Track being part of the show. If you're in the ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that, Shopify says I made this much, I spent that much. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data. Starting from the actual purchase, rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushing that measurement back into the ad platform so they optimize on what's actually driving your revenue, not what those platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io, book your demo today. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of the show. IM8, you may have heard of it, you know, just a beautifully
Up and comer
packaged red powder that's got
Let's go.
all of the goodies that one
Let's go.
could ever need. May have heard of a young gentleman named David Beckham, you know, just, football, El Capitan for the Three Lions over in England, baller, knower of ball, a dominator of sport, specifically one that we call soccer on this side of the world. IM8's been growing and crushing. We have CFO Brian Rosen coming inside the show. But before he gets in here, he thinks we have a little teaser, a little exciting video to watch. Bring this up, producer Jack. We need to see this said thing. When I watch it, boy, it got me so fired up. Sound on. Play it from the jump. Play it for us, producer Jack.
Cybernetics is the parent company of IM8.
Talk to us a little bit about what IM8 is.
You know, we created this supplement. Create nutrition simple.
iMate just covers everything in one sachet.
What are you willing to do to be the best?
We're very strategic in the businesses that we go into. I don't know whether any of you know about IM8, but you should get IM8 because it's got 92 ingredients.
So that's your secret?
Oh, Jack!
IM8?
That's my secret, IM8. You know, you don't have to take 15 or 18 tablets every single morning. It's just easy and it's so good for you and the longevity of your life.
Oh, Jack.
I look forward to this every single morning. It's actually my
back.
incentive to drink more fluid.
My incentive to drink more fluids because I just don't really enjoy it unless I mix that IM8 in it.
Since the moment I took iMate, man, I've been feeling incredible.
iMate gives me that immunity and strength that I can wake up every morning and feel good and perform well.
And I think for me, not only has my doctor recommended for me, I know iM8's done so much scientific research, and so that makes me feel like I'm in really safe hands with iM8.
Well, first of all, this guy introduced me to the brand, and
you're welcome.
It's an amazing product. It's really working. That's why I chose iM8.
With this $1 billion growth financing, we're able to test so much more, go into more channels, test new creatives, test new offline activations, partnerships.
The best choose the best.
Let's go! Let's go! I mean,
premium. You see that last little slide? Premium gummies coming in 2027. Let's go. H1 2027.
Wow. Bring us back, producer Jack.
Little tease on that ending there.
That thing felt like a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like A24 directed that.
Like star-studded.
Yeah.
We must bring the man himself, Brian Rosen, inside of this show. CMO of IM8. Everybody welcome the one and only Brian. Get inside of this show, Brian.
Let's go.
Get inside of this show. Oh, Jack, we're gonna move Brian. Jack, there we go. Bring Brian in. There we go. Now we got him. Brian, welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you making the time to join us.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, you guys can see me. My secret is also IM8, in case you were wondering. Just like David,
Yeah, that's got to be. It's got to be the secret, man. And I see the product there in the background, Brian. Now, Brian. This thing has not been around like forever and ever. Amen. But the growth rate is like Katawi. I mean, we're like on the way to Mars here with this stuff, which is kind of interesting because it is red. But we're like breaking through the stratosphere over here, Brian. How did you?
It's crazy. 20 months in. Yeah, 20 months in, 250 ARR. I think Drew's chart said 240. Who's give or take 10 million. No big deal. I know Jimmy. Buddy Jimmy Kim over there, his eyes twitching with the ARR metric. And we're talking about annualized run rate, public company, SEC filings. Grunes was leading the way with this run rate, turning into software ARR. But between Jimmy and good buddy Taylor Holiday, these guys hate the ARR metric for us, but it is what it is. Run rate. We're playing the game.
Hey, and it's a great game. A great game to be playing here, Brian. Brian, I mean, I would say there are very few companies that I know of that have ever had this kind of explosion in less than 2 years' time. I mean, Brian, how did you have you been there since day one, Brian, or how did this relationship with you and IM8 and all bud and begin to grow and blossom, sir?
Yeah, I've only been here 3 months, so in dog years, I've been here 3 years and it feels like it, but 3 months. So 20 months is the business's history. Launched in December 2024. I joined 3 months ago, come from a private equity background of, we own 4 brands underneath it, about 150 million of sales total. So had seen, good brands in the space in these categories, but never quite numbers like this. And so even when, I came across IM8 marketing, it was crazy to me that it was marketed as, instead of these 10 things that you can see behind me, I take a lot of brands in addition to just IM8. And now I got to move to the all-on-one. But I was taking all the things. And so when it said, instead of these 10 things, just take this one, I was hooked right there. And so, I was chief financial officer and head of Ecomm for my prior business. And so was heading up Ecomm ops and growth across all those brands. I was like, we got to emulate what this brand's doing. This is killer. I was like, And much easier said than done, especially when I learned, that Danny, when I met him, the business was only 9 months old at the time. I'm like, wait, what? 9 months old? Wait, public company? David Beckham's a co-founder? stacking a bunch of just rare stuff on top of it. But yeah, no, I've only been here 3 months, and so public company CFO role is different than anything I had done before.
Crazy,
and you know, it's definitely a different muscle, but it's been a lot of fun.
I mean, it feels like Brian, you got all the Infinity Stones there in the glove there, man. I mean, Beckham, you know, we got Danny, you got this ARR, you know, the all-in-one product, the aesthetics, like all of it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this thing, it does feel like Thanos in a positive sense. It does feel like you got all of the Infinity Stones inside of your glove, man. Incredible.
I mean, since I joined, think about it. We had you know, Giannis joined at the beginning of April.
Wild.
Then we had, you know, the Inter Miami news come in. You had
Right.
Ollie Bierman come on board. We have a new board member in Hudson. You know, it's like we're stacking this thing.
Let's go.
Then you start to add in Caroline Levy, board member from Celsius. She's been in the industry as an investor analyst for 30 years. Wow. And then today we announced Lily Collins is joining us as our first kind of film, TV, you know, Netflix. Emily in Paris is like a global brand. Like it's like the stacking of the things here is, you know, a rare thing. And then you start to look at the unit economics and the math. And, you know, I came in skeptical, so we could talk about some of that. But like my CFO mind and ecom retention math, it was like, is this really like possible? Like this brand is doing this? And so yeah, my first time spent was really like getting into the numbers and being like, okay, like what am I seeing here? Like relative to what, you know, on the outside just looks super shiny.
Fantastic.
Well, I'd love to dive into that and talk about the unit economics of everything and how you're seeing things as we're going into this period of, I believe, and I've said this on the show since we started the show, I believe subscription brands are the future of e-commerce. And I believe what you guys are doing is basically the future of e-commerce. Could you talk a little bit about how you see this progressing?
I mean, we're playing at like the intersection of like a ton of macro trends. So like in some ways, like riding the wave of like longevity, you have GLP-1 that's taken in everything around like you're eating less, you're drinking less, you're wanting to be healthier. Like it's cool to be healthy now in a way that's like not the case in just like the last year or two. That's really become a thing. And then you also look at the, you know, people spending less money on drinking. It's like they're going to put more money now into their health. And so I think what we've sort of proven as a brand is that consumers are willing to pay a premium price for a product. And it's much easier said than done, where it's like, sure, you can make an expensive product, but is anyone going to buy it? Then you need great marketing on the front end. You need customer acquisition that actually makes sense.
Right.
But then more than just that, sure, you can get customers in the door, but then do they stick with the product? And then does the product actually work? Like that's where the rubber meets the road on all of it. And so I would say, having met Danny Young, our CEO, it was like, how are you possibly going this fast and with this level of precision around all of these different checkpoints of quality of product and just so intentional about all parts of this, including the ambassadors all being global? I mean, we're only 45% of our revenue in the US today.
That's
like
crazy.
My mind. Like crazy. And 20% of our revenue is from countries that don't speak English. We do not do English, non-English speaking ads. Like, how does that work? So, you know, we're riding like this wave clearly of like product market fit, consumer trends, and then word of mouth. Like 20% of people say they heard of us through friends and family that told them. Now, you never really know our attribution to post-purchase and all that, but like really good data point of just people are talking about it.
Wow.
You know, Brian, the thing that I love about how you started this convo is I can tell like you are one of our people, man. Like you are one of our guys. Like D2C acquisition, knowing the numbers, like hitting the keys, and let's, you know, I can tell you are one of our guys. And like, talk to me about your skepticism. And I say this because, like, you know, people have said this on the timelines. Like, man, IMA's like, wow, it's like fantastical. I don't know anybody that takes it, but it looks incredible. And, you know, apparently, you know, hey, we're growing ad spend, and actually CAC is staying the same or even coming down on a certain quarter. Like, I mean, bro, this is it's like unheard of in my, you know, in my knowledge. I mean, talk to me about this. It's an incredible ride.
Yeah, it's I mean, having seen, like, this is like the 8th brand that I've been a part of in this space. And so like I've seen a bunch of brands. Now I've not seen like, you know, the amount of brands that somebody like Taylor has seen or Jimmy has seen, or, you know, a lot of the guys that we know. And I certainly haven't seen as many brands as General Callis has seen. And so, like, going down the rabbit hole on stuff with them during diligence, like, I thought I got crazy with cohort math and all that. And, they were showing me stuff and even predictive stuff where they know what quarterly looks like versus monthly for brands that have done it. So great partner to have into the fold. But it's, Chris, I met you back years ago at the e-commerce roundtable.
Did we meet at Commerce Roundtable way back when?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the 23 roundtable, which was the first roundtable I had been to.
Oh, I think that was the first one I'd ever been to.
Oh yeah. So my kid will be way more impressed that I've been on here because you were a part of Bruce Bull.
That's true.
Talking about the Ecomm Cowboy.
That's true. Let's go. Let's go. Wow.
So yeah,
man,
it takes a long time, but the public company thing and this brand, when I saw it, I'm like, is it possible that these numbers are even like possibly doing what they think? And then to be fair, it's early, like 20 months in, like we're talking about 3-1 LTV to CAC over 3 years. And it's like, guys, like, of course we all know that we don't know yet if that's going to lead to that number because we haven't existed that long. Like, of course. And so there's a lot of extrapolation math and work with GC to see, like, is that, looking like it's really going to become real? And everything they're saying about quarterly proves out what I've always seen, which is that when a customer comes in at a higher price point, they typically are stickier with the brand. They have more repeat. Once they get past a certain point, 3-6 months, like they are incredibly sticky. And so I would almost say in some ways, like the numbers might end up better than we're thinking. They might not. They might end up marginally worse. But like, we're all kind of guessing at the future. And it's funny to me when people say that they don't know, we're catching strays all over the place, especially
you are. You are. And it's probably a good sign, right, Brian?
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign. Trade, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's like, of course, people haven't heard of it. We're 0.2% of the U.S. population right now. Like, I agree with you guys. We are very, very early stage of all of this, and our household penetration is damn near zero still, which is like super exciting because of how
encouraging, actually.
Brian, I'd love to talk about one of the metrics that basically blew me away because you guys have been around 20 months. I think it's like 14% of your subscribers have stayed on for all 20 months. Can you talk us through what you're doing with these subscribers to keep these people on for so long? Because there's so many subscription brands that listen to us and are like, gosh, if I could just keep these folks on for a little bit longer, really help with my LTV to CAC ratio. You guys are keeping people on for the life of the company, which is a banana stat.
Yeah, especially when you consider that we were only one product for the first 10 months.
Yeah,
and now we're 2 products for the second 10 months. And now we're about to launch a bunch of new products. Like, what will that do to attach rates and LTV and repeat? Like, we don't know. Like, should be great. But I mean, I would say that in some ways, there's not a special story there in like a way that there's not like the secret magic sauce. Because when you think about it, we're still only 70 people at IM8. And in reality, like you take out some warehouse logistics stuff, like you're talking about like 30 people in the business, like in terms of leadership team.
Right.
Like, so it's not like we have like this big retention team right now or that's doing anything super secret. The retention is the product. Like product is everything when it comes to retention. Does it work?
Yes.
Especially when you're charging that price point. It has to work or people are like, yeah, this is too expensive. I'm not going to stick with it. We do a ton of events. We do a ton of offline activations. We did like all the events with Arena before Wimbledon started. We'll be at the U.S. Open again this month. We got a bunch of events in Miami. Now that Giannis is going down there, it's like we just have this IM8 Miami club.
IM8's going to like own Miami, right, Brian?
Own
Miami.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And so yeah, we're not doing anything super special. And to be fair, like Danny sees that we're about 20% of people who are still with it by month 20. And so that's like on average in terms of our bigger cohort. Because I mean, to be fair, we've only been around for 20 months. So that first group is small. Like, of course, like it's not very big. Danny wants that 20% number after 12 months to be 30%. And like, we have not spent like, in a lot of areas of the company, we have not spent like that much time and depth into certain aspects of it where there's margin expansion opportunities. Like when I come in from private equity, like I was always an addition by addition guy until I did the private equity thing for 5 years. Yeah. Then it was like addition by subtraction, synergies and margin and all that stuff. And so now I bring both those muscles in and it's like, I know we got a couple points of margin, like pretty easy, low hanging fruit on some of this stuff. And retention is one of those things that we just need to go deeper. But like I said, we do a lot of offline activations. We do a lot of quarterly things where you can meet with Bobby Rich, David's trainer, like once a quarter. Like he'll do Zooms and live streams, and we'll do stuff where it's invite only to an event that's in, New York or around like the F1 or something like that. So, we do a lot of like value add stuff like that. We give like perks within the subscriptions. I got my, my IM8 cap. I got
let's go.
The water bottles and all, so we do all the kind of traditional stuff that I would have always done, like tactically, but like there's still so much room to grow this business. It's so immature still.
And just to hit on this point that you brought up, Brian, you've got so many incredible faces like a part of this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis, Beckham, we've got tennis. Obviously obviously. And like, but the faces, the influencers, the known people, the globally popular athletes and such, that like gets you in the door. Like what keeps people is the product. Like I want to try IM8 because Beckham's a product? Yeah, I do. But what's going to keep me is the product itself being awesome. And there's a real like part of this, like with retention being like, yeah, you gotta have the goods. Like you have to actually have a good product. And in a lot of ways, I feel like, product is marketing. And that's like the hard work of marketing is actually making an incredible product. The hard work is done before the Facebook ads ever get turned on. I really believe this. And it seems to me like IM8 is proving this out. Of course, you've got global world-class tier marketing on top of this, but it's the product itself, like actually being good, that's keeping people around for a long time. Would you agree?
Totally. I mean, it's everything. Like you can do the best marketing in the world, but if the product doesn't work, especially at this price point, people aren't going to keep taking it just because David Beckham's taking it. If it doesn't work for them, they're not going to be David Beckham. And so the brand always needed to outlive David. Danny and David's teams formulated this thing over an 18-month period of time with clinical study behind it before it started. Wow. And so those teams really dug in deep on like, what is this product really going to be? And the product's evolved 4 times. We're on version 4 of a couple of the formulas. And so we're always iterating on it and making it better. And so it's all product. I mean, product just makes everything you do easier, but you can't just market a business to success. Like it has to actually work, especially at this price point.
Totally.
Speaking of product, I would love to talk about, we just watched that video. I'd love to talk about H1 2027. We're talking gummies. We're talking premium gummies. I'd love if you could tease a little bit about this. I'm pumped about it. We're huge on gummies on this show. We think it's the future. How are you guys thinking about gummies? Are you going to build a whole gummy universe? Like what is going to go on here?
Yes, I mean, first we're starting with hydration in Q4. Like that's the one that, I mean, that's a $37 billion market.
It's a big market.
When you think about it, like Liquid IV, LMNT, like great brands, big brands. There's a lot of like $100 million brands in that space too.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is playing around the margins of the same exact type of formula, which is just a lot of salt and a lot of sugar. And so when you really look at it, it's like nobody's come in above the category and said, let's just do this better. Let's do a better hydration with better form of salt, with B vitamins and all these other things you can add to it. Charge a premium price point to it. So we'll come out at, $49 for a 30 count, something like that. Like not as expensive as our essentials, but like, over the top because consumers have proven they're willing to pay for it. We've got the athlete names to be able to go put behind the marketing, go to market on that. That's going to be pretty awesome. And it's a massive growing category. And when we ask people what they're taking in addition to IM8, it's what are they taking? It's electrolytes, it's creatine, it's protein. They all have kids, or not all, but 30% of them have kids. We get asked all the time, can my kid take IM8? It's like, well, yeah, maybe. But like we can also, for younger kids, it's like they're not going to take a powder drink. And there's a lot of vitamins in there. And so we'll get them the gummy. So we'll have a premium gummy line around kids and adults. And then even the gummies are like, we're talking literally no sugar. We're talking a kid's formula that has some different things altogether than most kids gummies that are out there. It's going to be like, we're out there to make the best product in the market. That's what we did with AG1. Like came out very directly at AG1 to say our formula is better. Like go put it into Claude or GPT and you'll see that it's better. And there's more of it and it actually tastes good. Whereas AG1 is, let's call it like an acquired taste. And so we're going to come into these same categories in that same way with a premium offering at a premium price point with the brand foundation that we can go wide. The GC funding is, different next level stuff too. And so we are really excited about the new products that are coming, and we're like, we're talking about like version 60s. Like I'm telling you, Danny is insane mode with like product and marketing. And he's like there was like 30 versions ago where I was like, yeah, this seems good. And he was like, it's not quite there. And like 30 versions later, he's like, okay, I think it's finally there. So these are going to be killer products for sure.
I find this fascinating because I only bring this up because you brought it up earlier. Guard and Bear over at Bruce Bolt, they were insane product people. Always product, change, always. And there is something about this when you have an obsessive founder who is continually focusing on the thing and making the thing better. I find this fascinating too about the kids piece. I've got a bunch of kids. I've got 4 kids. Like, do I want protein and vitamins and all the things to get inside? Yeah, I do. I want that. And can I get them to eat it all like I'd love? And my wife prepares the food and grandma and all the things. No, they don't. They don't always eat the thing. Like coming up with a better cup of coffee, so to speak, and actually finding a way to not just benefit myself, but also extend that to my children, which 30% of your customers have. Man, that makes all the sense in the world, man. You guys really are. You're going for all of the infinity stones inside of this thing.
Yeah. Well, and think about it. I mean, our current customer that's taking those things in addition to their IM8 becomes an easy attach of the basket.
Yep.
But then each of those products individually can attack a different sort of customer that's really in market for those. So these are like not just attached products, but they're also acquisition products too, if done right. Wow. But people that are on IM8 that want their kids to also take the same type of premium health thing, of course they do. Like there's not that many good offerings for kids that are healthy. And so that's fair. There's just easy things. We have debates internally about which one will be bigger. And I think that obviously hydration will probably be biggest because of the market size, but like there's potential for kids to be bigger. Who knows? Who knows? It could be bigger than any of the other ones, but it's not unfathomable to think that any of these products can be bigger than our current entire business right now. That's it's all going to happen fast. Yeah.
Brian, I love the way that you are also speaking about this because it's so clear when listening to when you're talking that you are going to war. You are not afraid.
True.
You are not afraid to say, I'm going to stiff arm a couple fools in the face, Derrick Henry style, and we're going to get to the end zone. And that right there is the operator that everybody should be betting on in 2026. It's not the guy that's like, oh, like we're going to build an okay product and we're going to do okay marketing. It's like, this is what we're doing. We're going for world domination. I'm going to take my arm and I'm going to stiff arm every competitor. And we're going to win. Because that's what I'm feeling from you right now, and it's firing me up.
Energy, baby. Motion.
It all starts with me just taking IM8 like an hour ago, I'm getting hyped.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it is all, Danny is that type of visionary. And so him and I think, resonated really well at the beginning. It's like, we're very clear about what our aspirations are to build a generational health business. I think I said on Drew's podcast a couple weeks ago, I was like, our goal is to be bigger than Thorne. Like that is the goal. Like, of course. Yeah. And Thorne's been around since 1984.
Wow.
We're already call it a third of the size of Thorne in 3 years. Like, we're global in nature. Like the building blocks and the foundation's all there. Now we just got to go execute. Wow. And so like there's no shortage of what our aspirations are to be. And so we're going to come out and say that. Like, we're not going to come around and be like, yeah, we're doing good. Like you said, we're not just going to say we're just doing okay. Like things are good. Like, we're going for it. And in a lot of ways we have the building blocks in place to do it. And so that's what gets me fired up is that I don't set out to just like do well. Like you're going to be the best. And so like our whole thing is the best choose the best. Like, let's go,
Let's go. The best choose the
LFG.
best. The best choose the best. Let's go.
Brian, it has not left my mind. A few weeks ago, I can't remember when this was, but it's the $1 billion in funding, that we can use to fund growth, or $1 billion in financing to fund growth. I mean, brother, that as a CFO, like that's got to feel good having in your back pocket as you go to take over the globe for all of these various products and such. I mean, tell me about this. I had never even heard of that existing before. I didn't know one could do that.
I didn't either. So Danny, he told me about it at the beginning of the year because him and I have known each other for a little bit now, and we've been batting things around for a while. He said, "Hey, have you heard of this?" And he showed me like the Lemonade CVF funding, and I said, "No, can you make me an intro? Like I want this for our brands back at that point." And so he started talking more about it, and then he was like, "Oh, they approached me, and we're talking about it." And so then him and I were already starting to talk more about me coming on board. And so I got to know those guys really well. We gave them all the data sets that they needed to see. And then so I got into the diligence. Like part of why I joined is because having a CFO in the US for a business that's based in Hong Kong, like Danny is based in Hong Kong. The operation is based in Hong Kong. And so I was the first employee in the US. Now we're starting to build out US team here too. Our products manufactured in the US, but like the team that built this thing to this point, like crazy kudos to group in Hong Kong that just got behind Danny and he just got this thing moving. But then when I was introduced to those guys at General Catalyst, the fund was super innovative, and we can say that our cohorts are great. That's fine. Like, and I know that they're great relative to everything I've seen. I've only seen call it a couple dozen max, but they were like, no, your guys' cohorts are like the best we've ever seen in this category.
Wow.
And so that's why they're willing to give us $1 billion. And that's the biggest funding they've ever done for a brand in our category. They did Grammarly also for $1 billion, but Grammarly is also an incredibly strong business. And so like the credibility and the validation of what they were able to tell us and starting to help predictively look at our numbers out there into the future gives me a lot of confidence that not only do we have a great partner, but $1 billion is a lot. I've had 5 exits in my career, a couple of them in the 9 figures. And so I've had a lot of deal transactions and a lot of what I would consider like successes. And, you get to the finish line and that's the excitement. This one was $1 billion. And it was like, okay, I guess it just feels like the rest. It's just another zero. But like it was great. And it gives us so much optionality and flexibility on the balance sheet. Like we don't even necessarily need to go any faster. July, we actually spent a little bit less than we had in the second quarter overall. It just gives us so many options and ammo. We already had $100 million of cash on the balance sheet as it was. And so, we've got Pernetics parent company being what drove this to IM8 and got this thing launched. All the non-core assets that were in the Pernetics parent are now gone. Like this thing is effectively just IM8. And, so it's investable for people in a way that most consumer brands are not, which is also kind of exciting. But now, we already had a strong balance sheet, $100 million to keep going at it. And, now we have the $1 billion ammo behind it as well. And, the new products and all the white space opportunities and markets and all that. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of flexibility. Like it's, now we just got to keep delivering and, we have to be choiceful in what we do. There's so many things we could do.
Sure.
It's just a matter of choosing what to do.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
When I think after this conversation, what phrase comes to my mind in the most positive sense possible? It's just stone cold killers of commerce, just making it happen everywhere on the interwebs at all times, in all ways, with every global celebrity that exists in a rock solid product and more. Brian,
I like to say, people ask us, why can't somebody just go make another IM8 and knock it off? I was like, yeah, they could. Go make IM9. Go put 93 ingredients in it instead. Like, come at it. Like, go match Beckham in our roster. Like, go match the brand that we've created here. That's doing 100 events a year, like offline events. Like, brands aren't doing this stuff, nor do they have the capital to go invest into a business like that. You can't. We're not doing this to go and shoestring our way to success. Like, of course not. Like we're coming at this thing with a public company and kind of building into what can be this generational health brand. And it's like, yes, the product is not the moat. Everything else around it becomes the moat.
I agree.
Whoa.
I agree.
Whoa.
Brian, there's no chance that we could get you back down to San Diego for Commerce Roundtable, is there? I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know.
Month, yeah. When now in public company CFO land, like conference circuit is heavy. Like we're talking like investor conferences and banker conferences and all that. And so it's a heavy conference zone. But I was already looking like I don't have dates then, and I was like, I got to come down and see Jimmy and the gang again.
I think so.
They put on great events. That was the first conference I had been, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to be there. We're gonna be there.
We'll be there.
We're gonna be live streaming with the ocean behind us, and I think we need to connect, have a sushi burrito.
Let's go.
You know, we need to get you back on the show again. I think.
I don't need too much of an excuse to get to San Diego either. It's pretty nice.
Right? Exactly. Wow, Brian, incredible, man, incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Well, brother, we love what you're doing. Appreciate that you're one of our people. And doing it, I mean, bigger than anybody I've known, man. Who knows where this thing goes when it finally lands on Mars and beyond? Brother, where should people find you, follow you, ever talk on the internet, things like that? What should we subscribe to next, in terms of IM8 and all the things?
I lurk on X, and it gives me brain damage, so I don't engage there. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm in the boring club that's turned into like AI slop zone, but still, I love my AI slop zone on LinkedIn. So that's like where to find me. Of course, like we're doing stuff at IM8, and come buy our product. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's definitely different. Like you'll see. Like it does great things for your health, and I noticed gut health and sleep and stuff like right away, like almost immediately. So this isn't just like a marketing thing. Like it doesn't get to this size, and it's just a marketing thing. So I would encourage everyone to try it. I got to get you guys the boxes. So you got to get some more energy that you guys already have. You gotta take it up to 11.
We got to turn this thing up to 11, Brian. We've got
to go. Let's go.
I'm ready. We'll mix it up and we'll try it live here on the show. You have all the creative
I'll come back
rights.
on. We'll break bread via IM8.
Let us. Yes,
I love that.
We will break IM8 bread. Absolutely.
I love that.
We'll do that. Brian, we appreciate you making the time to join us, brother. Look forward to hanging out again and having you back.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. You're incredible.
Love it, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Wow. What a Friday.
Generational company right there. Generational company.
I could not be more bullish on IM8.
Crazy
I don't
Friday.
know. I don't know how you come out of that conversation and not be bullish on IM8. I mean, they have a juggernaut. They are like a juggernaut that is moving forward. And bro, they've like barely even penetrated the US. It's crazy.
I also love the fact that they are willing to stiff arm. They are willing to call their shot, and they're willing to be aggressive. Because I feel like there's so many where you're just like, I kind of want to do this product. Oh, well, we'll scale this way. It's like, no, this is how we're going to do this. This is my vision for this. We're going for a multi-billion-dollar exit. We're going to do all these events. We're going to do all this. It is just unrelenting, hyper vigilance on this. And they're going to crush it. I love that.
And acquire all the infinity stones of athletic celebrities along the way.
That's crazy. Who's next? There's more to come. I just wonder who's next.
Starting with Bend It Like Beckham. And I will say, like, this athlete play that they've done, now they're expanding into the actor and actress and star of stage and screen world. But the athlete play for me does so well to pave the path for them with kids, which I think is so smart. All of the kids looking up to Beckham, all the kids looking up to Giannis, all the kids looking up. It's tennis, it's golf, it's baseball, it's whatever it is. As they continue to collect these infinity stones of sort, mom and dad are taking IM8. It's going to be like the natural progression. Like, I want that. Like, I want to be captain of the English national team in the World Cup. Like, I want that, I want to be the next Greek freak who goes and dominates in the NBA. I think probably everybody and their mom in Miami is going to be taking IM8 after this thing is over, with Giannis going to the Heat and, the deal that they you just announced and are doing with Inter Miami with Messi there, another global star. It's like crazy. It's wild.
It's unreal. It's unreal. They're just going to keep grabbing more too. So this is just the beginning.
Wow. You talk about too, like not thinking small. Bro,
No.
they're thinking bigger than bigger than
Huge.
anybody I've ever known.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. $1 billion in capital will do that.
And man, good on him for getting Brian in the seat. Brian is he's one of our own, man.
One of our own
people. You can tell.
I love that. I love that.
Talking to him, you can tell, bro. He's one of our people. Wow.
Yeah, I love that.
I am more impressed than ever. What a Friday.
What a Friday.
Moving forward to some closing time words of wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, as we do a word from our sponsors over at Seguno and Rocked After Sale. Play it for us, producer Jack. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month and you can sprinkle in $3 to $4 extra on each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life are doing with Rocked After Sale every single day by adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing offers from Disney Plus, HelloFresh, Venmo, etc. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. You can be live in minutes. Go to aftersale.com/offers. Truly a no-brainer. Many thanks for Rocked After Sale being part of the show. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean, Chris? Your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there where you already work and play every day. And it means that you don't have to seed your trust to big email. That's over attributed data. With Seguno, your Shopify data is the email data. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. You get a free trial of the platform. Tell them Colin I sent you. It will extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of this show. At times, ladies and gentlemen, you may just get tired of so many other useful, incredible companies using your tool. Maybe you just want to replace all those companies altogether. Is that what's happening with Slack? Everybody knows you like to, get your favorite little AI buddy inside of Slack, talking with you, etc. All of the things. This tweet coming to us by way of Polymarket has this to say. I don't know why Polymarket always knows all the things, but they do.
We have no clue why.
Slack launches Slack code, allowing humans and AI agents to code together in shared channels. My question here is is this replacing Claude Code? Is this just Slack code? Is this just some, layer now? It's forget it. You don't need to connect now. You don't need to connect Claude. You don't need to connect your codecs or, don't worry about it. Your OpenClaw, your Hermes, your whatever. Just don't worry about that. Just attach your Slack code, attach your little Slack buddy and get on out there and in the way. I wonder your thoughts on this, Colin Dougherty?
I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. I would imagine that people are starting to spin up private channels to do specific code on each, kind of section that they're trying to work through, and you would have everything shared within there. It's pretty cool. It's cool to see how this is kind of evolving as we kind of progress through all of this with AI agents.
I don't know what this interface would look like. I guess it's just a chat, just a similar to inside of Claude, just chatting with your buddy inside of Slack, I guess. I haven't tried it, but I'm interested. And boy, if it works out well for them, good on them. I believe they'll find a few extra dollars there if they do. Next, in our closing time words of wisdom, a tweet here from Bow-Tied Fawn. I don't know why there is a whole category of bow-tied characters on X. I have never known, but there are. And Bow-Tied Fawn has this to say: everyone complains about how Zoomers don't drink. There's been recent research coming out that actually Gen Z, the Zoomers drink just about the same as everybody else. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Anyway, we continue. You know what's worse? We don't have printers. I have never owned a printer. None of my Zoomer friends have a printer. I always forget how big an inconvenience this is, except for the 2 days a year I have to print something and mail a check. And no one has a printer I can borrow. And in unrelated news, we also don't know how to write checks. I will say, I too do not own a printer. I never print anything. When I do, I go to my father-in-law's house and I ask him if I can use his printer.
Oh, dude, I'll go to Staples. It's like 50 cents to print something in color at Staples. And it's like 2 days a year. I think I went to Staples once last year and I printed out a little booklet and that was about it.
Do you ever have a situation in your modern life where you need to write a check?
No. God, no.
There's only one. There's a the one of the schools that my one of my daughters goes to. They just that's the way they get paid is by check. That's like that's what they do. It's check or cash. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to get some checks. So I got literal 12 checks because I own 12 checks because I need to give them 12. I need to give them a check per month this year. But my wife, she loves a printer. Oh boy, she loves a printer. I never use one. Never use it.
Pass. They're the worst.
Pass. If you are, what's our word of wisdom here? If you're working with Zoomers, they don't have printers and they don't have checks. And if you need them to write a check, they don't know how to do it. Probably a lot of millennials don't either, but maybe they remember. Moving forward to our moment of Zen here, ladies and gentlemen, on our way, a word from our sponsors over at Propel. Play it for us, producer Jack. People are the most important part of your business, and finding real A players is hard and incredibly time-consuming. Propel is the best recruitment agency out there for e-com brands and agencies who source talent from the US, Latin America, and beyond. We're talking video editors, graphic designers, media buyers, and more. The best part is they work on performance. You only pay a one-off fee, no retainers and no ongoing costs. Every hire comes backed by a free month guarantee. Go to wearepropel.com/ecom-cowboy-propel. If you mention Ecomm Cowboy, you're going to get 10% off your first hire. Many thanks for Propel being part of. Now, Colin Dougherty, you have chosen today's moment of Zen. I do have to ask the question: is this something that we can play? Are we going to get copyright checked for playing?
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Think so?
Yeah, we'll be fine. I don't think we'll get copyright checked on. We're risking it.
Play this for us. This
play from the beginning, Jack.
Tee this up.
So Ravens hired a new coach this year, Jesse Minter, brand new coach. They're coming off of disappointing season. John Harbaugh was a very
great coach, incredible coach, one of the best coaches of all time.
Tired coach, not great with the vibes. A lot of the players have said that the vibes are immaculate now, that the vibes are just through the roof. This is an example of that. This is from dinner last night, and this is Coach Jesse Minter with the entire team. Jack, if you can play from the beginning. He's rapping. Now, if Jack, if you want to pause it, yeah. Jack, I mean, Chris, your coach is doing that preseason. He's rapping with you. He's buttoned up, and he's rapping Eminem with you
at the dinner.
Are you not fired up at the dinner that he's paying for?
I'm fired up.
Culture matters. This type of leadership matters. You got to be bullish on stuff like this. This is a cool thing, and I couldn't be more pumped.
Yeah, it makes you want to snap back to reality. You know
exactly.
Oh, there goes gravity. Oh,
there goes gravity.
You know. I will say, the vibes are high.
Vibes are high.
And who knows? Maybe they'll go all the way this year, as long as they don't meet the newly acquired and equipped Von Miller-esque Dallas Cowboys along the way. Many thanks to everyone who joined us today. The one and only Jamil Bhuya from Otherhalf Studio. Many thanks to Scott Hickle, co-founder and CEO of Throne Science. Many thanks to Brian Rosen, Chief Financial Officer over at IM8. Many thanks to Slash, Tide, Trend Track, Propel, Rich Panel, Intelligence, Northbeam, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked After Sell, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, and more. Many thanks for you joining us. Many thanks to producer Jack, who always does a great job. And we'll see you over the weekend. A lot of cuts, a lot of weekend watches to be had. We hope you stay glued to the timeline. Just kidding. Touch a little grass. We're going to be releasing content all weekend. Thank you for joining us. We will see you on the other side.